Hi guys, good evening. Hello, good evening guys. Good evening everybody. I can see that already I have 5 people watching. I have 5 people watching already. 6 people. We are now 6. So sorry about that. Please let me just put my phone on do not disturb. To welcome to this virtual summit, long awaited virtual summit. How are you guys? That okay. Oh, great. So, good evening. Welcome, guys. Welcome, guys. I welcome you all to this special summit. I welcome you all to this special summit. I know you guys have been anticipating. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, let me know. Please, if you can hear me, let me know. Good evening. Can you put a fire emoji in the comments if you can hear me, please? Can you hear me? Great. Good evening. Can you hear me? Let me have a fire emoji in the comment section. Please, if you can hear me, let me have a fire emoji in the comment section. I can't see a fire emoji. Let me see a fire emoji. Or just say, okay, you can hear me. Okay, somebody is saying, yes, we can. Great. Good. It's breaking. Is it still breaking? Is it still breaking? Oh, great. You guys can hear me. So I do not want to take too much of your time. I welcome you to this amazing summit. Now, I want you all to stay to the end of this summit. My name is Opeyemi Aderito. Sorry for that. I did not introduce myself. My name is Opeyemi Aderito, and I am the convener of this summit. I am a culinary tutor. I am a food business coach and consultant. I am a recipe creator. I welcome you all to this amazing summit. Like I said to those of you on the group, you have never attended any summit like this before. It is going to be fire from beginning to the end. So I implore you to get your notepads, get your pen. My intention for putting this summit together is I want your 2022 to be different. I know that this year has been very tough for a lot of food business owners. Very, very, very tough. I go on social media and I hear how food business owners are lamenting because of the condition of the economy in Nigeria. A lot of people are lamenting. A lot of people have shut down their food businesses. People could not cope as a result of inflation. Now, let me tell you something. This year has been my best year yet in the industry. This year has been my best year yet in the industry. And I thought about it. How can I help my colleagues in the industry to be able to sail above this storm? That was why I put together this summit. I want you to also note that every speaker who is going to be on this summit have been intentionally picked. And that is why you see that I brought people from different niches. This is because this year I have profited so much from different niches in the industry. You will be amazed at the different niches that we have in the food industry in Nigeria, but which only very few people are tapping into. And these few people who are tapping into these niches are balling in and out. So I want you to stay tuned. I want you not to leave this place. Our first speaker is already at the back end. I believe she can hear me. She's already at the back end. And very shortly, we will be bringing her on board. So let's welcome
who are busy
our
professionals,
first
organizations,
speaker.
or individuals who do not know how to write a book.
Sorry,
Write
we're
books
gonna
that
have to
reflect
start.
their brand
Let me
voice
start
from
her bio.
Enewerome Odafe Ohaka is an award-winning four-time author and an Amazon best-selling author of her non-fiction book, Content Marketing Made Easy. As a non-fiction ghostwriter and editor, Esther has helped many local and international clients who are busy professionals, organizations, or individuals who do not know how to write a book. Write books that reflect their brand voice from scratch and help publish them to become bestsellers. In the past 2 years, she has guided over 10 authors through her book project accountability program to finish writing their books and create tangible digital products that bring in various streams of passive income. Esther's passion for equipping individuals with the right knowledge and skill set for decent work and economic development in line with the Sustainable Development Goals (SDG 8) has led her to birth a Facebook community of passionate and talented individuals who want to earn from their skills and grow their business. She was shortlisted for the 2018 African Writers Award Flash Fiction category 2020 SME 100. Nigeria at 25 Under 25 Awards Creative Writing and Content Creation category. Her works have appeared in local and international magazines and blogs including Writer's Space African Magazine, Freelancers Magazine, Pataba Books blog, local television programs, and forthcoming elsewhere. Let's welcome our very first speaker for this summit, Esther Enewerome Odafe Ohaka.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. I'm so excited to be here and to
Good
be the first
evening,
speaker.
Esther. Good evening.
Thank you
You're
so much for
welcome.
having me. Thank you. So
Amen.
I would like to confirm if I'm loud and clear.
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. I would also need them
Okay.
to confirm in the comments if they can hear you. So then you
Okay.
can start, you can shoot.
Okay.
By the way, you look very beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay, so they can hear you loud and clear. They can hear you loud and clear. So go ahead.
Uh, okay, that's fine. So, good evening, everyone. I am so excited to be here at this virtual summit. I mean, starting this summit is an amazing thing for me. Like, I've never been the first speaker at any of my speaking engagements. So, this is the first, and I'm really excited. Thank you so much to everyone for tuning in this evening. And there is a lot I have to teach you, and I'm just going to try my best to pass on value to you in the little time that I have. So my name is Esther Enewerume Odafe Onhaka, and I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much to the convener, Mrs. Opeyemi Aderinto, for having me here to impact my knowledge on book writing and publishing. I listened to Mrs. Opeyemi when she said that the food industry has taken a hit, and that is absolutely true. In fact, there was a Twitter thread I read that made me break down. I actually shed a few tears because I can imagine how difficult it is to start a business in this country, and then you have to close down that business because the economy is not favorable, things are not working well, and you have to lay off staff who depend on you to feed their families. I mean, it was a really heartbreaking story. And the truth of the matter is, that is not the only business. That is just one of the many food businesses that have come out to say, hey, we are closing down. We cannot take this anymore. There are so many food businesses that have closed down just this year alone because of how difficult things are. And I'm sure you are very familiar with this saying that goes, if you want to be wealthy, if you want to be comfortable, because of course only rich people are comfortable. So if you want to be comfortable, you need to have multiple streams of income. And I'm so glad that Mrs. Opeyemi saw it fit to, put together this virtual summit that would help food business owners in different aspects. Yes, you're a food business owner, and you might be thinking, why should I write a book? Why should I have online courses? I'm going to show you this evening why it is important for you to have a book as an online business owner. Of course, a food business owner, yes, as long as you have an online presence, you are also an online business owner. So just a quick intro about me. I'm a ghostwriter and editor. I have ghostwritten for many international clients and organizations. What I do as a ghostwriter is to help those who do not have time or people who do not have any idea on how to write a book. I help them put their book together, write it from start to finish, and hand over the book to them without taking any credit for it. So as the name goes, I'm a ghostwriting for my clients. And then as an editor, I take manuscripts from clients and edit it to flawless reads, and then also assist them in publishing their books on the different platforms we have here. So let me start by saying this, that do you know that every single day 1670 books are published online? Every single day 1670 books are published online. And how many people do we have in the world? We have over 7 billion people, which means that there are not enough books for everybody in the world in one day. So imagine the ratio of 1670 books to 7 billion people in the world. It is not enough. And this is reason enough for you as a food business owner to put your books out there. The truth of the matter is that your book is the saving grace somebody has been praying for a very long time. If you do not publish your book, if you do not write a book, there's somebody there that will be crying in pain because your book is the solution that's supposed to save them, but you've not written a book, so how do they get that solution? I remember one time someone bought my book and he reached out to me. He was so thankful. And in my mind, I was like, okay, you bought a book. Yes, I know the book is valuable. Why are you so thankful? And when he said that my book has been the answer he has been looking for years, and I was like, wow. So just imagine I didn't write that book. This is how this person will keep on looking for solutions, or maybe they will even get the solution, but the solution might not be tailored to the need that he has. And so when he said that to me, I was really happy that my book was able to help him. So as a food business owner, please look at yourself as someone who can author a book. Don't just say, oh, my work is just to cook and sell to people, or my work is just to teach people how to cook, or my work is just people should order and I'll deliver their food. That is not the only work you came here to do. In fact, you are reducing your abilities, you are taking yourself down, you are shortchanging yourself, you are making people suffer because you have refused to write a book. All right. So I'm going to be outlining the benefits writing a book will bring to you. And trust me, this is not fiction. This is real. It has happened to me, and it has happened for so many other people. I remember in 2018 when I got into freelance writing. That was when I got into the business of freelance writing, and I started making money from my knowledge by writing for people. And then I noticed that there was a particular trend online. Many people were saying, oh, they are writers, but I'm not making money from my book. People are just saying I should write for them for free, for exposure, for platform. And I was like, wow, in this 2018 they are still writing for people for free, for exposure. And that was when it hit me that there were so many people who called themselves writers, but they had never earned even a single penny from their writing skills. And it was heartbreaking for me because I know how much I had earned from just my writing skills. In fact, in just 2 weeks of being a freelancer, I was able to get enough money that took me to NYC camp comfortably. And so I decided to package my knowledge into a very tiny book of 7 pages. Now, what was my aim with that book? My aim with that book was to put myself out there as an authority in my niche. So when you look at the word authority, you can extract the word author from authority. So until you are an author, you are not an authority. Let that sink in. This is not me trying to throw shade at anybody. But the truth of the matter is, until you are an author, you are not an authority in your niche. And I'm going to explain why. So when I put out this book, my main aim for that book was to attract people who were writers but had never earned a single penny from that book. And can you believe that with just that book, a 7 page book, I was able to get over 1,000 people to my Facebook community in less than 1 month. And that my aim for that book was to bring these people to me, drag audience to my name, get myself established so that people can know me, like me, and trust me. and then I can begin to convert this audience of people into paying clients. And so, as a food business owner, there is so much more you can do with your business than just cooking and selling. There is so much more. So, number one benefit of writing a book is that writing a book establishes you as an authority in your field. It doesn't matter what kind of food you cook, it doesn't matter how you run your business, but the moment you write a book, you are an authority in your field, in your niche, and nobody can drag it from you. I don't know if you guys have an idea of the hype that comes with being an author. I mean, you tell somebody, "Oh, I'm an author. I've written a book," and they're like, "Wow, that is this like some trick? Like, how can this person write a book?" But the truth of the matter is, writing a book is one of the easiest things you can ever do, and it's one of the most difficult things you can ever do. Easy because if you have someone to guide you, if you have an idea of what you want to write and what you want your book to do for you, it is so easy. Difficult because people cannot even understand how somebody can write a book. I remember the first time I met my fashion designer and we just got talking, and she was like, "Esther, do you know how impressive you are?" And in my mind, I'm like, "What is impressive about me?" She was like, "That you've written 4 books. Like, do you know what that means?" And I was like, "You can also do that." I began giving her ideas on how she can write a book. But the truth of the matter is, if you don't believe it, no matter how somebody else hypes you can't achieve anything. I told her, "Look, you can write a book on how to set your sewing machine. You can write a book on how to service your sewing machine. You can write a book on how to get the right fabric for the right design for clients' dresses. You can write a book on anything that has to do with sewing." And she was just looking at me like I was speaking French. And till today, she has not conceived it in her mind that she can write a book. So the first thing I want you to do this night is break every single barrier you have had about writing a book. Remove it from your mind. Take every single barrier, take every single limiting belief you have ever had, and believe that you can write a book. I will repeat it: until you will become an author, you are not an authority in your niche. So that's one benefit of writing a book. It establishes you as an authority in your field. Second benefit is it brings opportunities to you, international opportunities, local opportunities. It brings clients, it brings jobs to you. My first live speaking event came about because I wrote a book called Content Marketing Made Easy. And I was given the topic how stories influence your brand identity for that speaking event. Why was I given this speaking event? This I was given that slot to speak at that event just because I wrote a book that had to do with content marketing. And of course, everybody knows that you cannot write content that is attractive without having stories inside. And so that was the reason why I got that speaking event. And because of that speaking event, it has opened opportunities for other speaking events for me, including this one. So you might be wondering, "Oh, how can I get people to see me, to see my work? How can people know that I do this thing? How can I even get to start speaking on events as other reputable people?" The truth of the matter is, when you write a book, it brings an opportunity for you. And when you have one opportunity, it is easier for other people to give opportunities. Nobody wants to take a chance on someone who has not done something productive. So if you are pitching for a speaking event, the people who are going to look at your pitch, they want to know that you have already spoken at an event before. And one of the things that can qualify you to speak at an event is the fact that you have a book and authority in your niche. So writing a book brings opportunities for you with both international and local clients. It will also amaze you that that same book, Content Marketing Made Easy, won me an award this year as Booking Book of the Year. That was also the same book that got me my Amazon best-selling author title. Now I can brag. I have 4 books and I'm an Amazon best-selling author because of one book. Something else you should know is writing a book brings you clients. I cannot tell you how many clients I have had because I have written a book. Yes, I can see your comment. Someone says I can write a book and you have started. That is amazing. Clear up every limiting belief. You can write a book regardless of what you do. My book writing is new ATM, which is my newest book, has given me opportunities to be featured on television. So writing a book brings opportunities for you. It brings collaboration. People want to collaborate with you. People want to work with you because number one, you are an authority in your niche, and that is really important. Third advantage of writing a book is it can serve as a means of passive stream of income for you. Writing a book is another way to make money while you are sleeping. All you need to do is probably run ads to that book, paid ads, organic ads, run ads to that book. People click on the link, they download your book, and then that's it. Writing a book can also get you a community of people who will know you, like you, and trust you. And once people know you, they like you, they trust you, it is easier for them to buy into what you do. It is easier for them to patronize you. So now that I've talked about the benefits of writing a book, are you ready to write a book? Let me see your comment. Are you ready to write a book? Yes, writing a book brings you clients. Are you ready to write a book? Now, my objective in this class is to teach you the benefits of writing. My objective is also to show you what you can write about as a food business owner, because you might be sitting down here listening to me and you're like, okay, I know the benefits of writing a book. So what can I even write about as a food business owner? I will tell you that shortly. Writing a book, I'm going to also tell you the 3 W's of your book. I'm also going to show you steps to writing a book, how you can write a book, and different platforms you can publish your book on. So let's get started. The first one is benefits of writing a book, which I've already covered. Okay, someone says, yes, I'm ready to write a book. Awesome, awesome. So, how do you get ideas for your book? You now know the benefits of writing a book. You want to write a book. How do you get ideas? Number one, whenever you make a post online or you probably make a post about your business, people probably comment and ask you questions. Oh, how can I do this? Where did you get this? How did you do this? What did you do? And every single time people ask questions, you keep on responding to them one after the other. So people even come to your DM to ask you questions and you respond to them one after the other. So just imagine 10 people in a day come to your DM and they're asking you different questions about your business and you're typing, replying everybody one after the other. Just imagine how much time you've wasted. Imagine how much money you've lost, because time is money. And imagine how much energy you've expelled in trying to explain to 10 different people probably the same thing. Awesome, awesome. So please write a book. Get it at the back of your mind that writing a book is important. And one of the ways you can get ideas for writing a book is through the questions people constantly ask you. So write it down in your jotter. What are the questions people constantly ask me, either in my DM or in the comment section? What do people always ask me? What do people always say that they want to find out from me about my business? That is an idea for your book. A second way you can get an idea for your book is other people's comment section or Facebook groups you belong to. I expect by now that as a food business owner, you are in a couple of food business groups. So you should be on the lookout for the kind of questions that people ask in those groups. Those are also ideas you can use for your book. You can also use trending topics. So let me digress a bit. Now, the current trending topic in Nigeria is snakes in the toilet. Abi? Now, so people who sell cleaning agents can ride on this wave because it is a trending topic. Imagine someone writing a book on how you can repel snakes. Tell me that it will not sell. It will sell. So whenever there are trending topics in your industry, it is an opportunity for you to see what you can do, what kind of book you can write from that trending topic. And then finally, what do you want to be known for? That is a very good way to write a book. That is a very good way to get an idea for your book. What do you want to be known for? Do you want to be known as a smoothie queen or cake boss or pastry chef? What do you want to be known for? That is also an idea for you. So trending topics, what you want to be known for, the questions to get in your DM or comment section, questions in Facebook groups and other people's groups. Those are things that can give you an idea. Now, after getting an idea for your book, you will have to validate your book idea. I won't be able to go deep into this, but there are ways you can validate your book idea. The fact that you have an idea for your book does not mean it is a marketable idea. The fact that you have an idea for your book and you want to write a book about that idea does not mean that it will sell and make money for you. So there are ways, there are things you can do to validate your book idea. And this is part of the things I'm going to be teaching in my Book Mastery Academy. Okay? So now that we've known where to get ideas from, what can you write about as a food business owner? What can you write about as a food business owner? Number one, which is very easy, recipe books or cookbooks. So you might know how to make smoothie. You can just write a book on 10 unconventional smoothie recipes you never heard, something like that. Or You could just write a recipe book for maybe cakes, for pastry, or you could just write it could be about anything, recipe book or cookbook. That is something you can write about as a food business owner. Please take down this note. You can write recipe book or cookbooks. Second, you can write self-help books or how-to books. Self-help books or how-to books. So for instance, how to start a food business is a very good idea for your book. That does not necessarily mean it has to be the title. Please take note. An idea for your book is different from the title of your book. The fact that your book is teaching how to do something does not mean that has to be the title. Okay, so this is something I will also teach in my Book Master Academy, how to differentiate a book idea from a book title. So when you write self-help books, your self-help book should be able to take your reader from where they are to where they want to be. So say for instance, I don't know anything, or I know very little about smoothie business, and I want to learn, I want to start a business. By the time I pick your book, I should be able to start my smoothie business by the time I'm done reading your book. So self-help books, how-to books, they teach your readers how to do something and take them from where they are to where they ought to be. Now you can also write workbooks, planners, and checklists for your food business. Workbooks, planners, checklists, probably um 10 checklists or 10 things you need to do before you start a food business. There's a checklist. Or planning your food business could be a planner or a workbook. A workbook has questions, and then you give space for your audience to put in the answers. Now as they put in the answers, it gives them clarity, it gives them an idea of what they should do. So workbooks, checklists, planners, they are also really good ideas to write about as a food business owner. And then you have fiction books. You have fiction books. Now it will shock you that as a food business owner, you can write a story that is themed around cooking. So I'm going to recommend three things to you: two movies and one book. If you are a creative person like me, if you are someone whose imagination runs high, you like telling stories from your own perspective, I'll recommend these three things to you. The first one is a novel titled The Wall and the Flower by my friend Precious Osika. So if you get that book, now the major theme of that book is not cooking, but when you read that book, you will see that she infused a lot of things about cooking. You will see a lot of things about cooking in that book. It is a way to give an idea that, oh, as a food business owner, I cannot, it's not only how to books I can do. I can also write a fiction book. I can write a story. Probably it could be a story about a girl who has love for cooking, and then she's from a small town or a village. She went into the city to, work as a chef, as a cook, and she encounters challenges. She meets the love of her life. It's a story, but it has elements of food inside. So you can write fiction books about cooking. And second thing I recommend to you is a movie called The 100 Foot Journey. The 100 Foot Journey. It's a movie about cooking, how an Indian boy and his family moved from India to France, the challenges he encountered and everything. That whole movie is all about cooking. So that is also something I recommend to you. It's called The 100 Foot Journey. And the last one is called Mistress of Spices. It's not necessarily about cooking, but it has to do with spices. Okay, so this is about a lady who also sells spices. It's a movie. So when you watch these two movies and you read this book, it will give you an idea of how you can also implement your knowledge as a food business owner in storytelling. And the last thing you can write as a food business owner is called memoirs. Memoirs could be Memoirs are usually stories about you, your life experiences. So your memoir could be about how you started your food business, okay, or the challenges you encountered as a food business owner. If you Google online and just Google food memoirs, you will see food memoirs. You can also write a food memoir, which is about your experiences with food and how they have shaped you, how it has helped you evolve. So I hope all these things are really helpful. If you're gaining value, let me see that you're gaining value in the comment section. Let me see that it's really helpful to you. You're gaining value, you're learning something. Let me see fire emoji. Let me see that you're gaining value. All right. Okay, so we've talked about what you can write as a food business owner. And I also want to say something to you that it is good that with all these ideas and all these things you learn as a food business owner, it is good to niche down so that people know you for something. It's not good to be all over the place. And even if you do so many things as a food business owner, I would advise you to write a book each, a book or two on all of those things. So say for instance you bake, you can write a book on baking. You cook every dishes, you can write a book on that. You make desserts, you can write a book on that. So for each thing you want to be known for, please have a book that represents you. All right, so let me see the fire emoji, and if you are gaining value, you can write value, you can write fire emoji. And so we are going to the third thing, which is the 3 W's of your book. I'm going to try to speed up because my time is almost up, and I also need to make room for question and answers too. So the 3 W's of your book, these are the 3 questions you need to ask yourself. These are 3 questions you need to ask yourself before you start writing a book. Yes, you've known the benefits of writing a book. You've known what you can write about, the different things you can write about as a food business owner, but there are 3 vital questions you should ask yourself before you pick your pen, before you pick your laptop or your phone or your notepad to write a book. The first question is, who am I writing for? Pick a specific target audience. Who am I writing for? If you don't know who you're writing for everybody. And by the time you're writing for everybody, you're writing for nobody, because when you write for nobody, nobody will now even buy your book. When you write for everybody, you will not even be able to title your book in a way that is streamlined to your specific target audience. So let me share a quick story with you. My mom is in her menopause. She's in her menopause right now, and so she had some health challenges, and she was looking for something that would help her, like manage herself, because she didn't want to take medication. And so when she got to a bookstore, she saw this book, and the title of the book clearly said that it was a book about natural remedies for women experiencing menopause. Now, the author is also a Christian, so you can see the two things that the author did. The author was really smart. The author streamlined his book and said, hey, this book is for only women, not just only women in their menopause. This man could have gone ahead to say, okay, I'm writing this book for women. And then he might not make as much sales as he should. But he went ahead to say, I am writing this book for women, and not just any woman, for only women in their menopause. And the fact that that book was for women in their menopause, my mom was quick to rush that book. And again, the book was written by a Christian, so there were Bible verses in that book. So this is what should inform your writing. Know exactly who you're writing for, and nail your title to that specific target audience. This is also something I'm going to teach in my book mastery academy, how to nail your title straight to the head, that once your target audience sees your book, you know that this book is for me, I have to get it. The second question you should ask yourself is, what am I writing about? Now you've known who you're writing for, so probably you have a food business, you want to write about how the business of the food industry. Of course, it's one thing to know, to have the skill, to know how to make food and bake and all that, but do you know the business aspect of that, your skill? So if, for instance, you're writing a book on the business aspect of your skill, you can decide that, okay, this aspect, I want it to be for only people who are just starting, just for starters. I don't want this book to be for people who have gone far into the smoothie business. I want to write it for only those who are just starting. So what are you writing about? Because you've known who you're writing for, what you're writing about will be easier. So can you get how they are connected? So the 3 W's of your book: know who you're writing for, know what you're writing, and then know why you are writing. Why are you writing? Miles Monroe says, if the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. So if you don't know why you're writing that book, you will abuse that book. You have to know, am I writing this book to gain audience? Am I writing this book to make money? I always advise people, especially first-time authors, please have a book that is for free. Let your first book be for free, because people don't know you. See, let's not even lie. It's not by the matter of it's not a matter of the number of likes you have on your social media page. People don't know you. So let us be humble. Let's bring ourselves down and just say, see, Esther, or call your name. Nobody knows me. I'm trying to gain audience. And use your first book as a lead magnet. Let your first book be for free. But if you've already written a book before, you can say, okay, my next book I want to sell. Remember my story when I told you how I wrote a book of 7 pages? That book was my lead magnet. A lead magnet is something you give out to people for free to get their information and to get them to know about you and what you do. So in my book Master Academy, one of the bonuses I'm going to give is a free lead magnet template. It's already ready. The book cover design is ready. The interior design is ready. Everything is ready. Just for you to copy your pictures and paste there, copy your content and paste, and it's a lead magnet ready for your use. You can use a lead magnet to get people's numbers, people's email. Those of you who are building email lists, that is how to do it. A lead magnet is something you do for free. So please, if this book you want to write is your first, please don't be after money. Write the book for free, give it out for free, use it to gain authority, to gather audience, and you can start seeing how to sell later. Okay, so one other importance of knowing why you're writing a book is that it will help you streamline your marketing content. It will help you know how to write sales copy to market your book. Okay, and this is also something that will be taught in my book Master Academy. So when you know why you're writing, it will help you streamline your book marketing sales copy in a way that people, when they read it, they know that okay, this book is for free or I am paying for this book. Now, this is the most important aspect of this class. How do I write a book? First things first, we've known the importance of writing a book. We've known where to get book ideas from. We've known what you can write about as a food business owner. We've answered the 3 questions, the 3 W's of your book. Now, how do I start writing a book? Now, the first thing you need to do is to mind map. Mind mapping is the process whereby every single idea, since you already know who you're writing for and what you're writing about, every single idea you have about that thing, every single idea, every single story, personal story or someone else's story, every single example, every single statistic, every single thing you can think about that surrounds that your book idea, you map it down on a piece of paper, on your laptop, on your phone. And please, I want to advise you, this is coming straight from my heart, to avoid premium tiers. When you start writing a book, please make sure you use Google Docs or any cloud saving software, anything that can save your content to cloud, so that in case your phone gets stolen or your laptop gets stolen or it breaks down or something happens, you can always access it later. To avoid premium tiers, please. So mind map, gather all the ideas, statistics, stories, every single thing you can think of that concerns that book idea, gather it and drop it in your page, your book, your journal, or your Google Docs or anything. And then we'll move to stage 2, which is called outlining. Outlining is the process whereby you look at your mind map and you begin to sieve what is important and what is not important, what is necessary for your book and what is not necessary for your book. Okay, so you, like I normally do, I draw a line, like I draw a table and I label one necessary, not necessary. So by then you already know what you want to write about and who you're writing for. All your mind map, all your examples, you begin to look at them critically and imagine how your book will look like, and then you begin to see if okay, this one is important for this book, this one is not important. By the time you finish doing it, you will have an outline of things that are important that should be in your book. Now, the ones that you think are not important, please do not throw them away, do not delete them, because they can form ideas for your next book, or you can form ideas for the next content you want to dish out. Okay, so when you have your outline, you then begin to research each of those examples, each of those topics. You begin to research, go on the internet, research, and see which one is still needs to be there or which one needs to be taken out. Now, when you've taken out everything, then you can now settle down and begin to arrange your outline in a chronological order. A chronological order means that your outline has to take people from the first chapter to the next chapter in a way that flows and makes sense. Please don't write a book that you go from A to D and then from D you jump to C and then you jump back to B. It doesn't make sense. So if I'm writing a book on how people can start a smoothie business, of course the first thing I will tell them is they need to remove every limitation in their mind. That could form my introduction. My chapter 1 could be maybe introduction to smoothie business. My chapter 2 could be knowing what type of smoothies to make. Chapter 3 could be now be telling the people, I'm assuming I'm writing a book on how to make smoothie. My chapter 3 will be telling my audience, okay, this is how you can source for your ingredients. These are the kind of smoothie recipes to do. Chapter 4. Chapter 5, this is how to get clients. Can you see? So your book should take your audience from the first point to the next point that flows. And by the time they are done reading your book, they should have a lot of information that helps them. They should have a lot of information that helps them to start their own business or to achieve the goal for which you have written that book. Okay, so please, you will outline and then arrange your outline in a chronological order that makes sense. This is like the most important thing. If you miss your book outline, you have missed the purpose of your book. And sometimes as authors, we think that doing the right thing. Oh, I've outlined now, it's arranged, it's good. But sometimes it's not it though. I remember how I got the shock of my life when I gave one of my coaches my book to read through, and she said, Esther, you've done a good job, but your book does not serve its purpose. The title of your book is not making sense with what is inside your book. And I was like, wow. I was taken aback. I was shocked because I had even sold 2 copies of that book. So please don't be like me. Don't get to that point. If you can find someone who, please let me know if you can still hear me. Please let me know if you can still hear me. I don't know if I went off for a bit. Let me know if you can still hear me. So I know I'm not just talking to myself.
Yes, we can still hear you, Esther. We can still hear you. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So
Yeah.
you might be thinking, yes, I have my outline. My outline is ready. I'm doing well. Like, I'm doing the Boski of writing. So let me continue. But you might have missed it somewhere. So it is good to have someone who is seasoned in the art of book writing to vet your book and tell you where you've missed it. And this is something I also teach and help my clients do in my Book Mastery Academy. I always tell them, submit your outline to me, and then they begin to see how they've taken point A to point Z. And then we sit down together. I ask them why they arrange their book like that, and they give me reasons, and then we sit together and rearrange everything. So have someone who can also go through your outline. This is something I will do with those who sign up for my Book Mastery Academy. So please have an outline. Now, once you've gotten your outline, your writing is easier. Okay, you can start working on your first draft because you have an outline. Now, since you have an outline, I will advise you that each outline should have a summary goal. So, say for instance, you have your outline chapter one, this is the potential title. Then under that title, right, in this chapter, I want my readers to learn XYZ, or this is what I want to teach my readers in this particular chapter. When you have a chapter summary, that's what it's called. When you have a chapter summary under your outline and you start writing proper, you can always go back to your chapter summary and your outline to see whether what you're writing is still on track or whether you've gone off course. If you've gone off course, you'll be able to retrace your steps back. Why? Because you have a chapter summary and you already have an outline. So beside your outline, have a chapter summary, have a goal, have an objective. Just like how, I don't know how many people have done teaching practice here. If you thought at some point in your life, maybe during your NYC or when you're waiting to go for to get admission to school, you would see that in your teacher lesson notes, when you have a topic, you have an objective. At the end of this course, the reader should be able to, or the student should be able to. So do that for each of the chapter, and it will help you know whether you are going off course and bring you back. Now, once your first draft is ready, it makes the work easier. You can now read everything and see whether it is making sense and whether it is making points with your title. So your the title of your book should not promise your readers something, and then inside the book they don't get what your title is promising them. This is something that I also make sure that my clients take note of. Don't make a title, because your title is a promise. That is just the truth. Your title and your book subtitle is a promise. So what is inside the book should be able to meet the promise that your book title and subtitle has already made to your readers. Okay, so once you've written your first draft, you read everything again. Go through everything from the beginning. Slow down, read it, slow down. Read it aloud so that you can hear yourself and hear how it sounds. In the process of reading, you will see that there are some loopholes you missed and some things you need to begin to fill inside. Alright, oh god, I have very little time left. Okay, so please let me know if you are gaining value, if you are learning something new. So by the time you read and you are revising your first draft, you start to see things you should take out or things you should add. You start to see if you need to split your book into series, or if you need to divide your book into two or three stages. Like my book, Writing is the New ATM. Writing is the New ATM has two stages. The first stage is getting started with writing. So that is the stage where you learn how to write, you get all the valuable writing skills, teach you how to write from scratch. And then the second part of the book, second stage is now called the business of writing, how you can now take those writing skills and now form it into a business. So it's one thing to have a skill, it's another thing to develop a business from that skill. That's how I divided my book. So by the time you are revising your book, you'll be able to see, okay, should I make this book into a series? Maybe make this one series one and write another book series two, or inside that one book, should I split it into two or three stages? Okay, so that is it. And then something else you need to know is that you need to market your book, whether you are giving it out for free or whether you are selling it. You need to market your book. You need to market your book, and in between each stage of your writing, as soon as you get an idea for your book, you start marketing it. As soon as you are mind mapping, you also market your book. Once you're done with mind mapping, you're moving to outline, you market your book. In between each stage, you market your book, and this is also called the pre-launch marketing plan, the launch marketing plan, and the post-launch marketing plan. This is also something I teach my students in my Book Master Academy. I also put my clients through it, and I teach them and I give them content calendars on pre-launch, launch, and post-launch marketing plan to have a successful goal, to meet their goals for their book. All right. Okay, so we've answered all that, and I hope you are gaining value. I hope you are learning. I hope you are learning. Please let me know if you are learning something, and I'll cover the last part of this training. So the last part of the training is, now that you've written a book, what is the next step? After writing a book, I always advise people to please hire an editor. Thank you very much, Sarah. Hire a professional editor. You might think, okay, I've written a book to the best of my ability, there are no errors. See, sometimes something might sound correct to your ears, it might sound correct to you, but it's not actually correct. So you need an editor to help you fine-tune your book. Imagine writing a book, a very good book with good value, and then you now publish it or you give people to read, and then people are seeing errors. It's not like as if you are drinking clean water in a dirty cup. Nobody wants that kind of water. Or nobody wants to drink dirty water in a clean cup. Nobody wants that. So after writing your book, the next step is to hire a professional editor. Now, once your editor is done with your book, you can actually clap for yourself and say, yay, I'm almost done publishing your book. There are so many platforms out there. And one of those platforms is called Bookme, which is a platform founded by myself and Precious Osika. It's a book publishing platform called Bookme. Then you have Amazon. Amazon has Kindle and has paperback and even hardcover. So you can learn more about that later. There is Okada Books, there is BAM Books, there is Goodreads, there is Kobo Books. There are so many platforms you can publish your book in. So please, I hope you got value. I hope you learned something. And I'm rounding off. If you have questions, please drop questions in the comment section. And I also want to, invite you to my Book Mastery Academy, when I'm going to be taking just 5 authors, because it's really hectic. It's a 1-month book writing coaching program and accountability program. I'm not just going to coach you on how to write a book. I'm going to hold your hand, drag your ears, do everything I can to make sure that you write your book, you edit it, and then you publish it. Because if you write a book and you don't publish your book, I don't know, like, you are not an author. Because if you don't publish your book, how will people get your book? How will people see your book? The truth of the matter is that your book will get to places that your legs may never reach in your lifetime. Let that sink in. It's not a curse, but it's just the reality. My book has gotten to the US, has gotten to Canada, but my legs have never even crossed the border of Nigeria. So your books will get to places even before you can get to those places. So once writing a book is not just it, you have to publish your book. And this is something I also make sure my students do once we are done with the 1-month book coaching program and accountability program. So in this coaching program, I'm going to teach you how to find attention-grabbing topics and titles for your book. Titles that once people see your book, they are attracted immediately. Okay, I'm also going to teach you how to validate your book idea, how to make sure that that book idea you have is something that is profitable for you, either through gathering of audience or through making sales. I'm also going to teach you how to outline your book chapters into coherent chapters, how to outline your book idea every single thing you have, outline them into coherent chapters, and then I'm going to teach you how to make your book as error-free as possible. This is really important, especially since you're going to be hiring an editor. If the more error-free your book is, the less an editor will charge you. That's just the truth. I work as a professional editor, and when I look at people's books, I tend to charge them based on the amount of work I will do on that book. So I'm going to teach you the best ways to make your book as error-free as possible. I'm also going to teach you book marketing strategies you will use to market your book, either to gather an audience or to make sales. All these things will be taught in my 1 month book mastery academy. And guess what? This academy is usually run for 1 month, and I'm going to be starting the academy from 1st of December. We'll run through to 31st December. So by 1st January, I should have 5 authors who are ready to edit their books and publish it before the end of January. So this slot is available for only 5 people. And on a normal day, I charge my clients and my students 50,000 naira for this 1 month book coaching and accountability program. However, because of my relationship with the convener of this summit, I'm going to be slashing the price into two, which is 25,000 naira. So you're having a whooping 50% discount from for my book mastery academy, which is a 1 month coaching program. And now anyone who is willing to take this class between today and tomorrow, in the next 48 hours, you have an additional 10,000 naira discount, and you'll be paying just 15,000 naira only for the online academy program. I'm going to be holding your hand and teaching you how to go from a book idea to a finished book, and you are ready to launch next year. Like Mrs. Okayemi said, 2022 has to start loud for you, and this is one of the ways to start loud.
Yes.
So everyone who joins this program between today, the next 48 hours, you get an additional 10,000 naira discount, and you pay 15,000 naira, and then you get extra bonuses from me, which is a lead magnet template for you to write your first lead magnet and give out to clients for free. If you have questions, please drop them down. I'm ready to answer questions too as I round off. And then you get my audio course, which is a 1 hour audio course called ebook for massive visibility. You also get a video course on how to create a simple book cover design by yourself, and also teach you how to create book mockups. Then you get my content calendar plan. All of these extra bonuses are worth 20,000 naira, but I'm giving them to you for free. Right? So this is for only 5 people, only 5 slots are available. If you pay the next 8 hours, you get to pay 15,000 naira, after which it reverts back to the original price of
Wow.
25,000. Right?
15,000 naira is such a giveaway, such a giveaway price. 15,000 naira. Please let me just chip this in. I didn't want to interrupt you when you were speaking. I'm sure that a lot of you on this call right now, or some of you on this call, have bought some books this year, right? From people you look up to in the food industry. First, let me give an example. Last year I wrote my first book, an ebook, and one of the things that made me write that book was I realized that I cannot actually be an authority until I have authored a book. And the truth is, just like she said, residual income. I wake up sometimes to alerts from people who have bought my book. I wrote that book, I gave it to a professional editor to edit it, and I just put it somewhere. People just need to click on a link and then they get their books. This year I know of somebody in the food industry. She's very prominent on Instagram. She sold a book 2 months ago for 7,000 naira. 7,000 naira, yes. And over 150 people bought that book. Some of you on this call, you know that over 150 people bought that book. Are you different? What makes you different from people who are doing this thing and who are making good money from it? Food business is more than carrying pots and frying meats and carry that book. That thing you can do, you can also put it in a book and sell. So please, Esther is giving this at a giveaway. This is a steal from 50,000 naira to 15,000 naira. And she's promising that before the end of this year, you would have written your book and you get ready to start to begin to publish. That book idea that has been in your stomach, that you have been afraid to bring it out, now is the time. Please, you can see on the screen Esther's details. You may decide to click, go through Flutterwave or go through her direct bank transfer. Whatever you do, whichever one you decide to go for, whichever payment mode you decide to go for, make sure you jump into this. It is a steal. Esther, I just want to say thank you. I do not know if anybody has questions. Okay, okay. I do not know if anybody has questions. Yes, food business is more than carrying pots. Yes, absolutely. Yes. So she has really given you a huge discount. A huge discount. Save this the payment details on the screen, and do the needful immediately. Do the needful immediately. Thank you so much, Esther. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I
Thank
am
you for
super
having me.
grateful. Any question, anybody with question, please, anybody with question, the audience, they are saying thank you in the audience. They are saying thank you.
Oh,
They are
you're
saying
welcome.
amazing. You did amazing. You did amazing. Thank you so much. We are
You're
super, super,
welcome.
super, super grateful. Yeah. Okay. So now I hope you guys had a nice one. That is just the tip of the iceberg, right? We have our second speaker already at the back end. But before she comes up, I am going to be sharing her bio. So I want you to stay tuned. I am going to be sharing her bio. Oh, sorry about this. No, 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 no. Sorry. Let me quickly do this again. Okay, yes, I want to share a video file. I am going to be playing her bio. Just stay tuned.
Tonight is Priscilla Canis Obi. Priscilla Canis Obi is an entrepreneur, a personal development speaker, a trainer, an author, and a virtue enthusiast. Priscilla Canis Obi is the founder and CEO of Nature First, a nutrition and wellness brand that sources, processes, and packages natural spices, supplements, essential oils, and plant-based food at www.naturefirstng.com. The company currently has distributors in over 15 states in Nigeria and has sold her products beyond the shores of Nigeria in countries such as the UK, the United States of America, Australia, and Cameroon. Priscilla is a wife and a mother of 2 children. In 2018, she authored her first book, C-Section Mom, Super Mom, a book she authored as part of her campaign to end the social stigma that comes with having cesarean birth. The book sheds light on C-section aversion as one of the leading causes of maternal mortality in Africa. She went on to drive home the point that C-section delivery is not a taboo, but a valid means of childbirth. The book went on to become an Amazon bestseller. She is set to publish her second book titled Natural Remedies Everybody Should Know. In it, she shares how individuals can optimize their health and recover from common ailments using herbs and spices. Priscilla Canis Obi is a member of the Nigerian Institute of Management. She is a certified health and safety in the workplace professional from the Chartered Institute of Environmental Health, London. She has a first degree in business administration from the University of Abuja, Nigeria. And she also has a Master of Business Administration MBA from the National Open University of Nigeria. She runs an online school for personal development, and she is very passionate about helping individuals become their personal best and thereby live a life of excellence. She has interest in agri-tech, artificial intelligence, and graphics designing. Let's welcome Priscilla Canis Obi.
Let's welcome Priscilla. Hello, Mama. Good evening.
Good
Good
evening.
evening. You look
Good evening, everyone.
amazing. You look very beautiful.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's like that the video is not moving from my end, so I'm still seeing Esther. I'm still seeing you. I'm still seeing
Oh,
the links.
really?
Yes.
Oh, we can see you. We can see you clearly. I'm just seeing you
Oh,
clearly. It's just the both
oh,
of us on
great.
the screen right now. It's just the both of
All
us on the
right.
screen, right? So everybody is saying welcome. They're saying welcome. They're welcoming you. Can you see the screen
Thank
right
you.
now? Can you see the
I'm,
screen?
it's stuck, but I think I'll just flow, right? Good evening,
Okay.
everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you so much for having
Yeah.
me. Thank
Welcome,
you.
welcome. Thank you for honoring this invite. So, without much
Oh, thank
ado,
you.
I would really want you to just dive in right now without taking too
Okay.
much of your time. We have read your bio, and we want you to just delve in immediately so that you can work with your time.
All right. Okay.
So
So thank you.
shoot,
Okay.
shoot.
Hello, everyone. My bio has been read, so the introductions have been done, obviously. I'm going to be training us tonight on a very, very important topic. At the end of this training, you should be able to start or scale a spices business in the agri business industry. But before I go ahead, I want to really, really, really appreciate and thank my host. I call her the Good Food Boss. She's the CEO of Harrell Foods. I want to really say thank you for giving me this platform, for giving me this opportunity to be here this evening. I don't take it for granted at all. And I'm hoping that at the end of this session, everyone will go home with something really tangible. So tonight, the topic before me is viable opportunities in the spices industry. I have my slides here. It may not be on the screen, but I had to put it together so that we don't miss a point. So viable opportunities in the spices industry, in the spices sector. Of course, we know that the spices sector is a part or is a niche in the agribusiness industry. And you know that agribusiness right now is the new gold. It is the new gold. Agribusiness is the new gold. So I'm going to be opening our eyes. I'm going to be informing us and enlightening us on these opportunities that we have in this particular sector. So please stick with me. This is going to be really fast, but it's going to be impactful, I believe. So before I proceed, I know in recent times we've had a lot of opportunities in tech, opportunities in the crypto currency field, opportunities flying around, and then your mind would you would often wonder, where do I focus? Oh, by the time you are trying to settle for tech, this other opportunity is flying, before you. This other one is flying before you. So, and you are like caught up in a mix on where to focus on. But I believe that problem has been solved to an extent because the convener of this event has pulled in people in the food industry, people in the spices sector, people in other line of food business, caterers, hoteliers, and owners of restaurants or other food brand or food processing brands. So that problem has largely been solved. So I know that I'm talking to my own people. But nonetheless, I'm going to be exposing many opportunities that I have seen, that I am tapping into, and I will keep tapping into in this industry. So quickly, what's the market for the spices business? I just have a few statistics here I would like to read. In 2020, there was a statistics that says the global spices market was valued at $12 billion. Can anyone hear me? I really cannot see myself on the screen. I'm still seeing the former picture. So I hope I'm not talking to myself alone. Can anyone hear?
Yes, we can hear you. Can you hear me? Oh my God, she has been kicked out. Okay, so Priscilla has been kicked out. Let's just hold on a little and hopefully she comes.
Okay, I'm really, really sorry for that interruption. I don't know what happened, but everything just went so silent. But I hope we're in the show already. So I was giving us a statistics about the global spices market. The global spices market, it was valued in 2020 at about $12 billion. That what this means is that in this industry, in this field of spice making, spice processing, spice farming, it is worth $12 billion in the international market. Now, you want to ask, out of this $12 billion, how much of this money is getting into your own pockets? How much of this money is getting into your own pocket? How much of this money are people paying you from this particular sector, from this particular industry? And most times when you talk about the spices industry, people think it's all about spice processing. Oh, I don't have the time to start pursuing, to start setting up a manufacturing company. I don't have the time to start, pursuing NAVDAC Wahala. I don't have the time. But I'm going to be showing you things you can do in this spice industry, even without moving from your house, and your money is coming into your pocket. Please, this is a secret. Like, when you get it, work on it and keep it. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you some of these things so that you can also tap into this market. And as we know, one source of income is not enough anymore. So you could be doing your catering, you could be doing your baking, you could be doing other things, and meanwhile you are tapping into this sector. I'm telling you things that are practicable. I'm telling you things that I've walked through. I'm telling you things that I am currently doing and that my company is currently doing. So now there's a projection that by the year 2025, that industry would have grown to about $14.5 billion. Now convert this money into Naira. You know that we're leaving a lot of money on the table, and we know that. Okay, thank you so much. So you will know that I can see your comment. Thank you. So you know that the opportunities here are enormous. Now, what is spice? I know, yes, a lot of us know what spices are, but I'd like to put it into perspective so that we have a deeper understanding. A spice is simply a seed or a fruit or a root or bark of other plants of a plant or other plant substance, primarily used for flavoring and food coloring. I'll take that again. Spice is a seed, fruit or roots, bark or other plant substance primarily used for flavoring or food coloring. Then I'll be forced to ask this question: are spices only used for food coloring or food flavoring? The answer is a big no. There are a lot of areas where you could use spices. People use spices for ritual purposes. Yes, people use spices as gifts. And in the Bible, when Solomon was king, the Bible records that the Queen of Sheba went to visit him, and she went with choicest spices. That's, there are spices that are made for royalty. There are spices you go to before kings. So you could use spices for a whole lot of other things. How about the medicinal purposes of spices? If I begin to go into the medicinal purposes of spices today, we're not going to live here in 24 hours time. And the beauty of it is that we have all of these things here with us in Nigeria. Most of us are watching from Nigeria, I believe. So we have these things here. You don't have to look for visa to start this business. You don't have to look for flight tickets to travel far and wide to have to carve a niche, a name for yourself in this industry. Is something that you can readily run with after this session. So I'm going to be revealing some of these things to us that we can do. Now, what are examples of spices? We have our indigenous spices here in Nigeria, and then we have other spices that are not grown here, but can be sourced from other places. Our indigenous spices, they include ginger, rosemary. Today I put up a video on my timeline and on our social media handles where I talked about rosemary. Most people say, rosemary, is that even a herb? Some people have never heard the name before, but that's a very powerful herb grown here in Nigeria. Is like thyme, but it's a little longer than thyme, and that is one herb that has great culinary benefits and um, great medicinal benefits as well. So we have a herb like that. We have habanero, which we call our pepper. This normal red pepper, habanero pepper. We have chili in Nigeria. We have thyme. We have oregano in Nigeria. We grow these spices, and you know what? In As we proceed, I'm going to be proving to you some reasons or some points to show that Nigerian soil, not because I'm a Nigerian or not because I'm African, our soil is about one of the richest soils in the world. You can quote me anywhere. Our soil is about one of the richest soils in the world, and that's why when you go to the north, the spice markets in the north, you see a lot of expatriates, a lot of foreigners. They are coming and they are moving our spices in great quantity. They are moving it in tons. It's nearly unbelievable. Last year, when COVID-19 hit the world and everybody was looking for natural ways to stay to improve their immunity, you could see countries coming, sending flights to Nigeria. They were packing up our ginger, our garlic in large quantity because it is potent. The flavor is strong. The health properties in it is stronger than you can find in any other clime. So guys, there is a whole lot of opportunity for us to tap into this industry. And like I said before, you don't even have to announce that you're doing you don't even have to announce it. There's a way you can tap into this industry that people will not even know what you're doing, but you're making your cool money from your house from this sector. So these are some of the spices. Then we have other foreign spices like cinnamon, we have lavender, we have all of these things that are really good. We have chamomile, we have saffron, and they all have their various health benefits, and they can also be used in the beauty industry, so spice is versatile. Help me type in the comments, say spice is versatile. Please help me type in the comment section, spice is versatile. Spice is versatile. Spice is versatile. Are we together? Spice is versatile. Let's type it quickly. Okay, so beyond food, spices are versatile. You can use them for a whole number of purposes. Thank you so much. I can see that spice is versatile. So what are these opportunities? Thank you so much, Abiodun. I can see your comment. Thank you. So what are these opportunities? Spice is versatile. Fantastic. Eunice, I can see. So what are these viable opportunities? Thank you, Jennifer. I can see your comments as well. Okay, so we'll proceed. Now, I've mentioned some of the indigenous spices, but let me tell us a brief story. About 2 months ago, I attended a training. It's actually an exports development training organized by Nigerian Export Promotion Council. And so while we're at that training, we had one of the partners or head organizations that collaborate with the NAPC, and this man came in and he was talking so passionately about a particular spice. I'm going to call the name of the spice. Right now in Nigeria, like if you can farm an entire village or an entire local government, that particular spice, if you can farm it, there are companies, there are industries, there are drug manufacturing companies in the US that will move the entire quantity you can farm, and it will still not be enough. I'm telling us the truth. You will find these people, you find these companies waiting to buy what you can grow. So part of the opportunity, the first opportunity in the spice industry would be spice farming. Recently, my company purchased some acres of land, and we want to begin to grow what we process. Now, this point, I cannot emphasize this point enough. You may not have an understanding, but before the end of this event, of this training tonight, I'm going to give you a website. That website, I paid though to gain access to that website. I'm going to give you a website. You go on that website and you click. Almost every minute, orders are dropping, requests are dropping. These are live requests from people. You can see the companies in Dubai, in Greece, in the UK, looking for spices. They're asking for 40 ton, 50 ton, 100 ton spices that they can buy. So spice farming is a field that a lot of people have not have not started to pay attention to. So possibly you have one piece of land somewhere or some acres of land somewhere, and maybe in your hometown or somewhere close to you that is lying fallow, you can begin spice farming. I tell you, exporters are now buying spices from the farm even before it's harvested. They pay farmers to farm for them. So it's a yes. Eva says, "Wow, I'm telling you the truth." Yeah. So there are all of these opportunities, and a lot of people don't know about it. Yes, everybody is going to do. I'm not saying there's anything bad with liquid soap, but people are doing liquid soap production, cake making, and all of that. But these are opportunities in this industry that people are not taking an advantage of. Oh, the screen is frozen. The screen is frozen. Can you still hear me? If you can hear me,
Yeah.
I'll appreciate that.
Priscilla, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, so we can actually hear you loud and clear, but me at my end, I'm not even seeing anything. The screen is blank, but I can hear you loud and
Really?
clear. Yes, and some
Okay.
other people in the audience are saying that they can see you, but you are frozen. So can you just refresh?
I'll
Let's see how
freeze
it goes.
myself in Jesus' name. I must be
Amen.
unfrozen. Okay, so all right. So, is it possible to just quickly exit and come back?
Okay, great. Please do that. Do that.
All right. Okay.
Hi guys. So Priscilla just quickly, she had to quickly exit. So she's going to be back very, very, very shortly. In a jiffy, she's going to be back. I think she's having some glitches, network glitches at her hand. So she's going to be back very shortly. And once she joins us, I'm going to add her back to the conversation. Okay, so she's back. Let me add her right now. Oh, welcome back.
Thank you so much. So,
Uh-huh.
let me quickly. Our time is fast spent. So, like I was
Okay.
saying, spice farming is a very, very valuable part of the spice industry. I can tell you for free. I'm into processing of spices. Our products are NAFDAC approved, NAFDAC certified. We're selling nationally and internationally. But I tell you, there are some seasons where we practically fight with the farmers. We practically have to fight with the farmers just to access the raw materials. So right now we're not producing enough, and yet people are coming on a daily to export our indigenous spices. Now let me tell you why this is important. Our grounds, our soil is still fertile, uncontaminated, rich, healthy. So most of the things we grow from this part of the world is potent, like extremely potent, 100% potent. If you take the turmeric from Nigeria, so as a matter of fact, my mentor, who is about 80 years old now, she's going to 80, she's not yet 80, about 30 years ago, represented Nigeria in an exhibition in Israel, Jerusalem to be precise. And then we had all of these herbs from different countries. Nigeria's ginger and garlic was proven to be the spiciest in the world. I'm not kidding. Like, Indians come here and they elope with our spices. They take our spices, they export it because it is spicy, it is strong, and even after processing it, after maybe dehydrating and processing it, the strength is still stronger than some other countries that when you compare it to their very fresh ginger and turmeric. So This industry is largely untapped. Believe me, I told you that we just got some acres where we want to begin to grow what we process. This industry is largely untapped. So perhaps you have a plot of land or you have access to land. Start farming spices. Start farming spices. Pharmaceuticals are using it. Beauty product manufacturers are using it. Drug manufacturers are using spices, and all of these things are in the demand is in abundance. Like in the next 10 years, the demand will be more than even what we can supply if we don't begin to go into serious mechanized spice farming. So this is one thing that you can take advantage of. So I'll quickly go to the next point. Well, I was giving us a quick story about that training I attended, and the one of the stakeholders was lamenting. Okay, Ayomide Ibrahim says, "What's your spices brand name?" Nature First. Nature First. Yeah, Nature First. Nature First. We have our suya spice. We have mixed spices, ginger, garlic, turmeric, cinnamon, and a whole lot. You can see our product on our product list on our website, naturefirstng.com. But before, so I won't take any questions for now. When I'm done, then we can take questions so that we can run real quick. Okay, so good. I already mentioned that our soil is rich. So if you're going into spice farming, you know that you're going to get real good quality spices. Now, the second point is spice processing. Spice processing. You just like every fruit or vegetable or herb or plant that we grow here in Africa, each one of them have their seasons. Each one of them have their season. There'll be a season that you find a lot of thyme, a lot of garlic, a lot of ginger, but there'll also be other times where you can't even find them. So this is where processing comes in. This is where processing comes in for you to be able to preserve them, preserve spices such that when they are in season, you process them, and then when they are in and out of season, you can, sell them. You can sell them to restaurants, you can sell them to individuals, to households, you can sell them to drug manufacturers, you can export there, a lot of options. So spice processing, what is processing? Spice processing. Spice processing is the conversion of spices. I'm sorry, I'm running, but we have a lot to cover. So it's the conversion of spices from its original state into a finished or a semi-finished product. Let's take turmeric, for example. Turmeric is the root. By the time you harvest turmeric, I hope we know that turmeric is that spice that gives curry. You know curry? Yes. Turmeric is that spice that gives curry its yellow or golden color. Yes, it is turmeric that gives curry its yellow or its golden color. So we now have to add all the other spices to give it a very rich mix. But for the coloring, is gotten from turmeric. Now, turmeric is a root. But today we have turmeric capsules, we have turmeric powders, we have turmeric tea. You go to any serious-minded beauty parlor or spa, you must find turmeric in there. You must find turmeric in there. As a matter of fact, if you mix turmeric and honey, see my skin now, at least you try smoke. I'm a natural babe, If you mix turmeric and honey, you find out that it's very good. It's a very good facial treatment. It smooths things out your face. I'm not giving you theories here. Just half a teaspoon of turmeric powder into a 1 teaspoon of honey. Yes, exactly. Thank you, Chichi Barnabas. He's concurring that Nigerian spices are stronger. Yes, they are. They are stronger, and the industry is on top. I tell you, I wish I could climb on the rooftop and scream this. It's on top. We're not producing enough. So, like I was saying, turmeric and honey mixed together. Use it to put a mask on your face. Leave it for about 2 hours, and then wash off your face. See, right there, you begin to feel how supple your face feels. So turmeric has very high anti-aging properties. That's why spas, beauty parlors, and all of that, you see they use it in all their beauty most of their beauty formulations. Turmeric is powerful. So take that turmeric, for example, it comes in roots, but people have been able to convert it from one form to the other so that it is easily accessible, it is easily reachable. So you can do that with other spices. The export program I was telling us about earlier. Now there was a demand for basil. I hope we know what basil is. In the south, is basil is called nchown, aka what do you call it now? Scent leaf. This scent leaf that we used to cook pepper soup. You don't want to know how medicinal that particular plant is. And then we have it, some of us have it at the back of our houses. You just go there and you pluck and use it to prepare pepper soup. You don't know what you have. So, and he was lamenting in that event. He said right now that a US drug manufacturing company was on his neck. As a matter of fact, they had to go and meet a cooperative here in Enugu State to farm, I think about more than 100 hectares of land to farm that particular spice. Do you know that despite Efirin, okay, thank you so much. You said Efirin, yeah, I think that's the Yoruba name for it. Yes, despite the quantity the cooperative was able to farm, those local farmers in those rural environment, it was still not enough for this company. This is just one company. Now look at the number of companies out there in other countries, in more developed societies, looking for these resources. So processing, you can process them into powders, you can process into flakes. I added here, I said spice processing is mostly done through drying, crushing, and milling. Drying, crushing, and milling. You can get people requests for your spices, so don't just give it to us dry. We know what we want to do with it. You can supply people like that. You can meet some people that say, no, we just want maybe chili, crushed chili. And you don't even have to farm these things. You don't even have to farm them. You can liaise with local farmers. Once they are harvesting, you get it from them and you process. So there are a lot of opportunities. You can convert all of this into all of these spices and roots and seeds into powders. You can put them in tea bags. You can put them in tea bags and sell. The demand is high. Trust me, the demand is high. Yes, every business has its challenges, and it doesn't mean you will not do your marketing because the demand is high. You have to market, you have to put the products in the face of the people. But what are we talking about here? We're talking about potential. We're talking about something that is possible. We're talking about an industry that has potential, that is largely untapped. So let me proceed. And then you can also have spice mixes. I was speaking earlier, I said at Nature First, we have our mixed spices. Very great for jollof, for fried rice. Very, very tasty for steaming your meat, your fish, and all of that. We have sugar spice for grills and all of that. So you have all of these combinations, formulations. You can access the information. If you want to learn how to make a particular spice, you go and use Google. I'm a believer in paid training. As a matter of fact, I've shared it before on Facebook. The first person I met, no, the second person, sorry, I met to teach me how to prepare curry charged me 300,000 naira. Yes, you heard that right. I've shared it before. My host, Mrs. Opayami, she knows about it. 300,000 naira for one recipe. So there are different ways you can learn recipe. You can learn from somebody who is doing it. You can learn from the locals. You can take courses online and all of that. You're welcome. Sorry, I was trying to read that. Okay. Information is power. I'm telling you, information is power. You know, I'm getting into this industry. Sometimes I'll see some opportunities. I'll be shouting, yay, hey, God, you know, and all of that. But you know, anything that comes with growth, it's a gradual process. But I'm telling you for real and for free that these opportunities are there. They are enormous. Sometimes I feel overwhelmed. I was sharing with my host the other day. I said, like, I'm getting well, we need to expand. We're getting to a point we need to really expand our capacity, because even the things we are not producing, people are asking, I know that your products are authentic. Can you help us produce this? Can you help us produce this? Can you help us produce this? When we started out, we're not into flour. But some people say, I need plantain flour. I know that you can process plantain flour very well. You don't mix your things. Help us process so kg, and we're doing it. The other okay, how we got into exporting vegetables. was someone just came and said, I need to travel and I need to go with. It's been a while I traveled. She was going to the UK. Yeah, she was going to the UK. Please get us vegetables. We dehydrated this scent leaf I'm talking about. We dehydrated the one called utazi. We dehydrated ugu, this pumpkin. We dehydrated. We processed all of it. A lot. By the time she was leaving, you know, goods were everywhere. She needed to travel. People were calling her, as you're coming, bring this, bring this, bring this, bring this. So why are we not tapping into this? We can't do the work alone. The work is practically overwhelming. Seriously, we can't do all of it alone. So let's get on board. Someone said back to farm. Yes, so back to farm. Seriously. Okay, so let me quickly get to the next point. Spices photography. Now, this may sound crazy, but it's a thing. Spices photography. Now, you quickly go online. There's this spice. Let's say it's called star anise, and I say just quickly go on Google, maybe after this training, and click on star anise. You're going to see some really beautiful pictures of star anise. Even turmeric, you're going to see some beautiful pictures of turmeric. And you're going to see them online on Google. You see them on different websites, both those are stock free and those are paid sites. Now, people took those pictures and put them up there. What percentage of Nigerians took those pictures? Have you thought about that? And it applies to every other thing, every other agricultural produce. We farm these things, we grow them, but we don't take pictures of them. As a matter of fact, if people in the developed world are not even putting up this content, putting up these pictures, maybe some plants will be extinct by now. Sadly, when you do your research, most of these websites that show these pictures are foreign websites. I've hardly seen a Nigerian one. So this is an industry. This is a full industry on its own. Taking spice pictures, arranging them, good spice photography, and uploading them on site. People are willing to pay you money in dollars to have a good picture of a particular spice, of a particular plant, of a particular seed, in beautiful plates or, in beautiful arrangements, just snapping them so that these are reference materials. It's a thing. People on Pinterest will buy. Jetty images. If your pictures are really good, they will buy your pictures, because they also trade pictures as well. So this is a thing in the spice industry. I don't think any Nigerian is doing it currently like that. I don't know of anyone. Maybe you do, but this is an industry. So if you have a knack for photography, if you have a knack for taking good pictures, instead of doing pepper them selfie always only, why don't you tap into this? Like our host was saying, it's not only to put pot on fire. This is, in fact, it was while I was preparing for this training that this idea just came, because I go there too to search. The idea just came. I was like, whoa, this is a thing. If someone can tap into this high quality pictures, it will be a big thing for you. So I hope we're getting value. Please let me know if you're getting value. If you're getting value from this session, please let me know in the comment section, and then I'll go into the next point. Are we getting value? Are we getting value? Let's know in the comment section. Am I alone in this
Plenty
place?
plenty value, plenty
All right.
value. Yeah,
Okay.
so much value. Let me share their comments.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Glad to know. Okay. So the other point, the other opportunity that is in this sector. Let me also share my story, right? My host here, she knows how I started my brand. My brand will be 3 years old in December. And she know how I started. When I started, after doing my packaging in my room, in my kitchen, I took out my children's napkins. As a new mother, I bought napkins thinking maybe we'll use napkins someday, but we ended up not using napkins. We all used diapers and all. So the napkins were just there, and they were practically wasting. So one day I took very clean napkin, white napkin, and I placed it on my center table. And then I arranged the product. I remember that was the very first product photography I took. And on that white napkin, I arranged the products I had packaged, and I took a snapshot and I posted it online. Before then, I had been doing it behind the scenes, because first and second degree was in business administration. It was not anywhere near spices. So I was feeling what would people think and all of that. But when I broke even, it was with that picture. I took a picture. If you go to our Instagram page, that picture is there. I took a picture and people said, oh, this is nice, this is good. And that was it. After that picture, I got our first distributor. Just 1 month after I started the business. We started in December 2018. By January 2019, someone had said, I want to distribute your products. And I was wondering, like, how? I was humbled by the fact that I started from ground zero. And here somebody was ready. Why? Good product photography. So there are all of these people, food, people, some people who make fantastic cakes, who cook great food, but they don't know how to snap their products. Have you thought about tapping into this industry where your own photography is tailored strictly for food business owners, whether spices, whether packaged foods, whether processed foods, or ready to eat foods, or already prepared food, pastries, confectionaries? Your company just takes pictures, but for food business owners. You have, surprisingly, you have many of these big brands. They have their products out there, but no good product photography. Yes, they do videos, advertisement on TV, but when I talk of, you go to their Instagram handles, big brands, I mean, you can't see something impressive. Have you thought about this niche? Have you thought of how you can tap into it? Like our host was saying, it doesn't have to be putting pot on fire. And yes, you'll be in the food industry. Yes, if you're so good, people will, like, they will book ahead for you because not many people are doing it. You just get food props. There's artificial pepper, there's artificial onions. I have some of them. You go to on our social media Instagram page at Nature First NG, you see some of these things. Food props, they're not real. Even eggs, you see eggs, all they are props, ice blocks, ice cubes. I have some of them. I use some of them. All these props to enhance and make the pictures of those products, food products, come alive. They are there. They are there in the market. You arrange them nicely, take shots, and people will pay for photography sessions because people want anything to sell their product. Recently, our work is getting busy, and I'm thinking, how should I outsource this part of our business? Someone who will just take good product photography to sell our brand, to push it. The world is getting more visible. Visuals. People want to see things. People want to see videos, pictures that are clean, that drive them to make purchases. Our products are selling on Konga recently, and someone stumbled upon one of our products, our black seed oil. And you know what? Oh my God, Konga was marketing it as one of the top big brands. When I saw the screenshot, I was amazed. Why? The product photography was good. That particular picture, I took it on my phone. All over the city of Enugu, our billboards are there currently. Many people have seen them. Now, some of the pictures on the billboards, I took them with my phone. And see, you don't need to go and buy a Canon big camera and all of that. This phone we're using to do WhatsApp, Facebook, and all of that. Clean your lens properly. Use natural light. You can take great pictures. So this is another aspect of this spice industry that you can tap into. Now, the fourth point here is book writing. I won't say so much about book writing because the speaker who spoke before me she has finished work on book writing. You can write on spices. Okay, something happened this evening while I was running up from the factory. I was feeling some kind of indigestion in my stomach. And the next thing that came to mind was, I just called my assistant. I said, can I have some fennel seeds? And she said, okay. And she brought some fennel seeds for me. I just popped the fennel seeds into my mouth and I chewed them and I drank water. See me here. Like, I'm just remembering it now because of this particular point. So you could have a book that teaches people how to use spices. Fennel is natural. So instead of me to go and pop one of one of these drugs that are for maybe bloating and all of that, I just chewed fennel seeds. I'm telling you. Fennel seeds, I just chewed it and it was over. It was over. So the indigestion was over. The feeling of bloat, like I was feeling so bloated, everything was gone. So there are plenty of spices. How about ginger? Ginger and honey combination with lemon is fantastic. Good for flu, clearing flu, colds. Harmattan is coming. How about educating people on these spices? How about coming up with a book? You heard when my bio was being read, my book is coming up, Natural Remedies Everybody Should Know. is a very loaded book, a very, very loaded book. After the editor sent me the final draft, I was impressed when I read it myself. Very loaded. So some of the things people are spending money on, going to the hospitals, taking drugs. I'm not saying going to the hospital is bad, but no, there are some natural remedies that people have, that we have, that people should know about. So my book, Natural Remedies Everybody Should Know, is going to the print any moment from now. It's something that, you know, you can have a book that you highlight recipes, you highlight things that people can do with spices, peg it to 2,000, 1,000, make it an ebook, don't even print. People are going to buy. People will buy because they want to be well, they want to be better. The ones that can improve taste of food, the ones that can help you soften your meat. There are, in fact, spices do a lot of things. Spices do a lot of things. So how about writing a book on spices? So that is another point. So I said I'm not going to flog that point so much. I'll quickly move to the next point: spices exportation. Now, the website I said I'm going to give us, this is the website I'm going to give us. So please, after now, please give me my accolades. So, okay, before I give that website, I want us to know that Nigeria is moving into non-oil export. By non-oil export, what do I mean? Our crude oil, you see that we're not doing so well in the international market. And so the government is putting a lot of things in place to ensure that we export other commodities. And top on that list of what Nigeria exports, among the top products we export are spices, like our ginger. Yes, we export spices. We export chili. We export basil. We export many of these things. So exportation is something you should also be looking at. And the beauty of this one is you'll be doing this business. The person sitting next to you does not know that you're doing this business. And I will explain how. Now, there's this Nigerian agency called the Nigerian Agricultural Quarantine Service. If you are looking into exportation, get registered. Yeah, get registered. Yes, befriend that agency. Befriend that agency. One thing they do is, and let me also inform you that I hope you know that if you want to go into spice exporting in its raw state, like without processing it, you don't need NAFDAC number for that. You don't need NAFDAC number for that. What you need to do is to meet this agency I just spoke about. Meet this agency I just spoke about. They are going to give you a certificate after they test your products. Each time you want to export, they will give you the certificate of clearance once your product meets the standards. And they will tell you the things they are looking out for. Right. So if you want to look at spice exportation, please befriend NAQS. For short, that's their abbreviation, NAQS. Befriend them. Befriend them. Get your certificate, clearance certificate, and begin to export spices. Now, also another another agency you should be working closely with is the Nigerian Export Promotion Council. NAQS, NAQS, N for nuts, N for nuts, N for no, NAQS, Nigerian Agricultural Quarantine Service. Nigerian agricultural. Now, when you travel interstate travel in Nigeria, there are some points you see a kind of a hut. I don't know why their buildings are mostly kind of looking like a hut. You see a kind of a little building by checkpoints. You see NAQS. What they are supposed to be doing is to be checking raw materials, agricultural products moving from one state boundary to another. Yes, they are the same people. So when it's going outside the borders of Nigeria, they have to clear you. They are the ones you basically need. Yes, when you're exporting spices without processing them, they are the ones you basically need. You don't even need NAFDAC for that. I didn't know this before I got into this field. So you also register with Nigerian Export Promotion Council and get your exporter's license. It's not expensive. How much? 13K, 13,000. You are a registered exporter. And the beauty is you can do it in your bedroom. The beauty is you can do it in your bedroom. Go to nepc.gov.ng, register. In 48 hours ish, you get your exporter certificate. So is anybody getting value? Is anybody getting value? Let me know. Let me know if you're getting value. Let me know if you're getting value. I'm trying to bring up the websites. Oh, great. Mwakama says so much value, ma, from Ibejuleki. Oh, great. I'm glad you're getting value. So let me get the websites. Jennifer says, see the way my eyes are just shining. Those eyes should shine, oh. Shine, oh, and shine and get in the box, man. Shine and get in the money, seriously. The opportunities are there. It's like lavishing. Like people are wondering why they are not coming. I was at the airport some weeks ago to pay some in the industry, you call them courtesy visit to some of these partners. And they're telling us that all these opportunities are there. They don't know why people are scared of exporting. They don't know why. People are they just have a mindset about it. Okay, so I should please call the agencies again. Nigerian Agricultural Quarantine, Quarantine, Quarantine Service, Nigerian Agricultural Quarantine Service. Sorry, my screen is a little far from me, so that's why I'm like kind of blinking a little to read the screen. So the website, write this website down. Like if you go there now, though we pay in dollars, right?
Our guest is frozen again. Oh, hey.
For annual subscribe
When,
on this
oh,
website.
hello, Priscilla. Can you hear us? Can you hear me, rather? Priscilla, can you hear me? Priscilla, can you hear us? Ah, she's frozen.
Sorry,
Okay.
can you hear
Oh,
me now?
great. Yes, we can hear
Okay,
you,
sorry,
but
there was an interruption.
the screen is not showing you. It's just showing. It's just there's a glitch on the screen. Like, okay, great. We can see you now. Awesome.
Okay. So I was mentioning this website, though you have to subscribe annually, but at least they can still allow you see. They can still allow you see some of the requests. Requests are coming in per hour, like almost per minute, dropping. I need 40 tons of so and so from so and so. You are seeing it dropping live. The name of the company is there, the quantity they want is there, the phone number of the companies requesting for these spices and herbs, they are there. So go to globalbuyersonline.com, 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 globalbuyersonline.com. You will see it dropping. You will see it dropping per second. You see phone numbers, live phone numbers that you can even start calling abroad of companies looking. So it's a very legitimate website. If you do anyhow there, they'll shift you away from there. So it's not where you go and say I can supply when you cannot supply. You see orders coming in consistently. So guys, what are we waiting for? Money is waiting for us to go and get it. And I don't know why we're slacking. So, but that's the essence for this summit. So please go register. And then another way, this is the last point I'll be making. Another way you can make money from this industry is to resell other people's products. You don't have to go through the stress of manufacturing, dealing with power, dealing with rent, staffing, and all the other issues. When some people have also already gone through that, you can sell other people's products. Today, we have over 27 distributors of our products. Yes, we have distributors also outside the country. We have people reselling our spices. We will do all the work. Sometimes I even envy them because their margins seem to be higher. Because when I put all the cost and everything together, and then they just buy and resell, their margins sometimes is looking so juicy. I'm telling you. So they buy our products, they resell our ginger, our turmeric. Last 2 weeks ago, we sent a large shipment to the US. Moringa, soursop tea. We have sent some things that we don't even have on our website. We process and we send them to someone who is reselling our products. So you can resell other people's products. someone living in the US selling our products from Nigeria, and Nigerians are not taking advantage of it. So we have distributors, so you can do distributorship. And the beauty is, in my organization, in my company, we have an affiliate marketing scheme. If you go to our website, naturefirstng.com, scroll down to the page, you see affiliate link, affiliate program link. You sign up as an affiliate. If you
Hello,
use your have a
Priscilla.
huge
Oh,
percentage. Sorry about that. Can you hear me
yeah, we
now?
have lost you. Yes, yes, we can
Okay,
hear you
can you
now.
hear me? Okay,
Yes, we
good.
can
So
hear
I
you.
was
Yeah.
mentioning about our affiliate on our website. If you go there, you see how you can sell our products. So you just click on the link, use the link to market the product, take our product pictures, market it. As people order, your account details is entered in the back end, and you get your commission without lifting a finger. So you can be doing your other jobs and just put your link on ads, running ads, and people are clicking and buying. Yes, the link is there on our website. People are taking advantage of it. Our most recent sign up affiliate marketer is from the US as well, a health coach in the US using our link. So there are these opportunities that are there. They are enormous. They are enormous. So this is another avenue where you can tap into the spice industry. You're not making the spices yourself. You're not dealing with all the power issues, machine issues, and all of that, but you're selling spices. You're selling spices. Okay, someone is asking, is there any minimum amount to start marketing your product? Yes, I was going to mention that at the end of this training. For our call it distributorship. If you want to be a Nature First distributor, the minimum you can start with is 50,000 naira. And in fact, it is free registration because we practically give you product even worth much more than 50,000. So it's a win-win for you. And you begin to say, and the thing is, our products are fantastic. I'm not saying it because it's my brand. It's all over. It's all over. Go to our website, our social media handles. Our customers keep coming. Why? The authenticity of our products, the strength of our product. No preservatives, no additives, no flavor enhancers. Just the way nature made them. Our host today, Good Food Boss, she's a fan. I know her favorite is Nature First Ginger. She's a fan of the brand. So this is so this is an avenue you can be making money. Nobody knows what you're doing, but money is entering your accounts. naturefirstng.com. Yes, sign up on the affiliate platform to be our distributor. When you are a distributor, we add it to our distributors group. We have a group on WhatsApp where we talk with our distributors, where we interact. They are free to ask questions about the brand, about the product, and all of that. You get to learn a lot. You get to interact with other people. We have medical doctors, we have pharmacists, we have people you won't believe marketing our product. Some people use our product for health issues, it works, and they say, from that moment, I'm now your distributor. They register, they buy, they are selling. Nobody knows their name. Some of them, we don't put their contacts on social media. We don't put it on social media. We don't put it out there, but they are selling the brand. So all these are opportunities. The spices industry is viable. Now, let me ask this question. Which one will you take advantage of today? Or is it just talk we've been talking? At the end of this training, the major way we can reward the host is to take action. To see this whole food business, to see this whole food industry from a different new dimension, from a different new perspective. So thank you guys for listening. I hope I've been able to do justice to this topic, hopefully.
More than
And
justice.
then
Thank you, Priscilla. Thank you so very much. Some people have questions, so but please, you just respond to their questions very briefly. I saw somebody's question. Please resend your question so that I do not have to start scrolling up. Please resend your questions. I'm giving you a few minutes. Just resend your questions quickly so that she can respond to them. Our time is fast spent, but absolutely, you always deliver, Priscilla. You always deliver. So
Thank you.
Inviting you for this was very deliberate. And just like
Ah,
Priscilla said, see, the essence of this free summit, I put this together for free, even though I spent a lot of money putting this together. I put it together for free. And my reason, my intention is to be able to equip my colleagues in the industry. You might be a caterer here, but you can also have a side hustle still in the food industry. It could be in the spices niche. See, staying on
very true.
one stream of income right now is not sustainable. You know, I think this year 2021 has taught a lot of us so many lessons. At the middle of this year, I remember on my Facebook group, I kept hammering it. See, get other sources of income, get other sources, spread your tentacles in the industry. People who listened to me listen, people who did not listen to me, they did not listen. And I'm sure that a lot of people were affected by the condition or the inflation in the country. It took people who had extra sources of income to survive. Extra sources of income to survive. See, Priscilla is just telling you about, you know, she mentioned different things about the spice industry. Yesterday, I had a chat with her and she was talking about the medicinal part. She's not publicizing that part of her business very well yet, but
Mhm.
she's making huge money from it. Huge money. So even when inflation is high, and then you know the cost of packaging her ingredients, packaging is expensive, the cost of everything is expensive, she has another niche in that same
Yes,
spice industry that she's using to service the other one. Please, the essence of this summit will be futile if you do not take action. If you do not take action. Okay, so no, please follow her on her Instagram. What's your Instagram handle, please? Somebody is asking, Priscilla, she's frozen again. Oh, somebody is asking, please, which agencies can we register that pay 13K to enroll? Somebody answered this question. This question was answered by Priscilla. Priscilla is frozen again. Oh, okay. Can you
okay.
hear me now? Okay, so
Yeah,
somebody is asking, let me show the question. Okay, no, sorry, not this one, not this one, not this one. This other question. Please, which agencies can we register that pay 13K to enroll? You made
okay.
mention of uh,
Yes, I talked about registering with the Nigerian Export Promotion Council, and you're going to get your certificate as a licensed exporter. Many people don't know this. I'm giving you this knowledge for free. Many people don't know this. I can't begin to share here the opportunities I've gotten because I had that certificate. So it's just 13K, but people don't know about it. Go register. Even if you are not going to use it to do anything, go and get registered. You will be shocked the opportunity that will come, and they'll be looking for licensed exporter, and then you present yourself. All you have to do is to have a limited liability company. Shikenan. That is all. That's all you have to do.
so yeah, so that's good. So somebody has posted it here. Nigerian Export Council. Okay, thank you. Okay, um that's that. Priscilla, we are really grateful. Okay, so they're asking for your Instagram handle. A lot of people want to follow you. What's your Instagram handle?
At Nature First NG. At Nature First
Okay,
NG.
at
At
Nature
Nature First NG.
First NG. Okay, so
Yeah.
this is her Instagram
So
handle.
let's
Hurry,
follow. Let's follow.
yes, hurry up and follow her. This is her Instagram handle. Hurry up and follow Nature First
If
at
you
Nature
go there,
First.
you see. Yeah, if you go there, you see one of our latest posts. We made a noise about having 2 new distributors, and what we did was to put their phone numbers and their locations right on our Instagram page. So we don't even want people calling us. You shouldn't be calling the manufacturer. Buy from the distributors. That's what we want. That's what we want. So wherever you are a distributor. We'll make people know that you are our representative, right? So let's be busy with the work of producing it for you while you do the selling and make your own money. So that's one other thing that
Awesome.
you can do.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Priscilla. We have to run now. We really have to run. Thank you,
Yeah.
everybody. I
Thank you
want you
so
to say thank you so much. Thank you. Say thank you to our speaker. She did amazing, really amazing. Thank you so much. We
much.
are grateful, Priscilla. Thank you. Okay, guys. So this is going to be the last session for this evening. This is going to be the last session for this evening, and it is going to be facilitated by yours sincerely. Now, listen, guys. Now, listen, guys. Before I start my session, I want you guys to do something. I've been seeing, hey, value, so much value. Now, go and subscribe to this YouTube channel. I give you 1 minute. Go and subscribe. Look for the subscribe button for this YouTube channel and click on the subscribe button, click on the notification button so that you can get notifications whenever I go live with programs, events like this. Click on subscribe button. I'm waiting. Click on the subscribe button. Look for the subscribe button on this YouTube channel. Click on it. Click on the notification bell too. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Everybody saying thank you. Go and click subscribe to this channel right now. When you are done, say done. When you are done, say done. When you are done, say done. Amen. Thank you so much. God bless you richly. Yes, thank you. Good. Good. Okay, so please, good. Say, go to the subscribe button and click it right now. So immediately, great, done, done. I'm saying done. Great, done. So please do that. Done, 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 done. So much value. Philomena, you're welcome. So much value. So right now, let's get to the last session for this evening. Good, done. I'm saying done.
Okpayemi Aderintor is an author, recipe creator, culinary tutor, and food business consultant. With almost 10 years of experience in the culinary field, Okpayemi consults for big and small food businesses. She creates unique, mouth-watering, continental recipes for individuals, restaurants, and food businesses in general. Her intensive and detailed online trainings have helped several individuals to launch and run profitable businesses in the food industry. Okpayemi has over 20 excellently delivered online trainings to her credit, and testimonials from participants have been nothing short of intriguing. Her love to see people create magic with food propelled her to write the outstanding culinary book, Kitchen Companion. In it, she unveiled the secrets of turning every kitchen into a powerhouse of delightful, irresistible dishes. Her most recent achievement is Harrell Foods Academy, an online culinary school where she teaches students to become pro cooks and master the secrets of consistency in the taste of their dishes within 6 weeks. Launched in April this year, the academy has graduated 2 cohorts, with the 3rd cohort currently running. Testimonials from alumni have been mind-blowing. Okpayemi is an instructor and director of school at RL Foods Academy. She is popularly called Good Food Boss. Now, let's make welcome Okpayemi Aderintor.
Awesome. Let's make welcome Good Food Boss. If you're excited about this session, let me see a fire emoji. Let me see a fire emoji, please. Fire emoji in the comments. Fire emoji in the comments. Fire emoji in the comments. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Joy. Thank you, Joy. Let me see a fire emoji in the comments. Great, great. Thank you. Williams Glory. Thank you. Glory, thank you. Ayomide, thank you. Oh, awesome. Awesome. I can see you guys. I can see you guys. I can see you guys. Good evening once again. Good evening. I'm super, super, super excited to be speaking in this session. Even though it's my event, right? I'm excited to be speaking in this event. Now, before we go into what I will be talking to you about today, I want you guys to prepare your hearts. You know, I have been saying it. Get your notepads, right? Get your pen. Right now, I'm going to add this. Prepare your heart. I'm not going to be so soft. I'm going to be dishing out truths to you guys, right? I'm going to be dishing out truth to you guys based on my observation of most people in the food industry. I'm going to be dishing out truth. And well, it might hurt you a little, but what you do with what I teach in this place tonight will determine what 2022 will be like for you. It will determine what 2022 will be like for you. So I do not have to introduce myself again. I have been introduced already. I've been introduced already. And I'm going to be talking about the topic. Sorry, let me just take this away. I'm sorry. Okay. So I'm going to be speaking on the topic three skills, three profitable skills that every caterer and baker should have. See, if you are a baker, if you are a caterer, gather close, draw your ear close. I want to be what I'm going to be telling you today or in this night, you will not find it on the internet. I can bet you for free. You can take my words to the bank. You will not find what I am going to be telling you tonight on the internet. I am going to be giving it to you from experience, my wealth of experience in the industry, right? You will not find what I'm going to be giving to you today for free. Sorry, on the internet. Now, I want to talk to you about three skills, profitable skills that every caterer and every baker should have. This year has been somehow like it has been filled with ups and downs. A lot of food business owners complaining, crying, cursing. Some people are even tired of the country. Some people have packed their food businesses. Some people's food businesses have died, and some are on the verge of death, dying. Some people's food businesses cannot survive again. They have had to lay down staff. Now look at Priscilla. Priscilla started her food business less than 3 years ago, her spice business. She's doing amazing. Priscilla is doing amazing. She will not be able to tell you all the things that she's doing, right? Right? But she's doing amazing. A lot of food business owners are just sitting down looking. Let me not go into that. Let's just talk about the three skills that every food business owner or every caterer and baker should possess. Now, let me start with a backstory or a story. Let me go back in some years ago and tell you a story. When I finished service in 2012, I got my first job as a cook in a restaurant. Now, I got the job as a kitchen assistant. Now, not kitchen assistant that washes plates or kitchen assistant that, cleans the kitchen. We had people who did that job. But I was not the chef in the kitchen. Even though I felt that I could cook so well, I wasn't the chef in the kitchen. I wasn't the boss in the kitchen. I was the only person with a degree in that kitchen, the only person with a degree in that kitchen. But I was not the chef. I was not the head of the kitchen. That was not an issue. Now, when I joined this restaurant, I started working. That was in 2012. Few months after, there was a reshuffling in the company, and then they had to fire their manager and bring in a new manager. When this new manager came in, he saw that so many things were wrong in this restaurant. So many things were wrong. I went to that place inexperienced. I'd never worked in any food business organization before, but I went to that place inexperienced. The only thing I was telling them was I know how to cook very well. So they just employed me well based on favor and mercy. So when this man came, he felt like he came with a very tough hand. He was so strict on us. Then he saw the things that we were doing in the restaurant that was not right. So what did he do? He now started telling us, okay, now this is what you will do, this is what you do. And one of the things that he told us to do was to create recipes. Now, listen to me. Before now, I had never heard of the word create recipe. I was oblivious of this particular aspect of food. I just felt that once you know how to cook, you know how to cook. It is inbuilt. So there's no biggie. Now, he started telling us, he was not doing it by himself. He would tell us, okay, do this, put this, add this, do this. And then we were learning in that process. But it felt like, what is this man trying to do? What is this man trying to do? Please, I beg. Is it not for us to just sell food? Let's sell food and leave this place. No. He continued. What I did not know at that point is I was learning a skill. that will place me above my colleagues in the industry few years after. Now, what is this first skill I'm talking about? Recipe creation. how to create recipe. I will keep saying it. See, food business is more than dragging for who will prepare small chops for Mr. Lagbaja's baby's naming ceremony. It is more than who will bake cake for your pastor's daughter's birthday. It is more than who will prepare puff puff for that person's wake keep. There is more to food business. It is so sad. A lot of food business owners are leaving money on the table because of laziness. This is my conclusion. This is what I have come to conclude. In the food industry, I see a lot of lazy people. So I'm sorry. This may not, you may not be happy about what I'm saying, but please, if you can take this as a bitter pill, you will see that there will be a transformation in your life by 2022. In fact, from tonight, many food business owners are lazy. Okay, now I don't even want to go into that too much. Let me talk about how recipe creation has helped me. I learned this skill in 2012 or 2013. This year, this year, while people were crying, hey, the food business is in trouble, the country is not this, I was bawling. Why? Because I had this skill, or I have this skill that sets me above. Do you know, at some point in this year, I have a catering arm. I put my catering business on hold. I put my catering business on hold, and I was still bawling because the truth is the inflation in the country became very crazy, very crazy. I did not know how to keep going to my clients to tell them, hey, the prices of food has changed again. No, my price list has changed again. No, it wasn't a good place for me. It wasn't a sweet place for me. So I decided to put that arm of my food business on hold. But guess what? I was still going to the bank smiling. One of the first skills you should have as a caterer, as a baker, is how to create recipes. I cannot overemphasize this. Now, what is a recipe? A recipe is a set down instruction, right? A recipe is a set of instructions for preparing a particular dish, including a list of the ingredients required. Now, listen, before I continue, don't leave this session, don't leave this call. You are by the end of this session, your head and your eye would have opened to a lot of opportunities that you have been ignoring. The people who are doing these things in this industry, they don't have two heads. I gave example of somebody who wrote a book recently, and then the book went for 7,000 naira. Over 150 people bought that book. Please calculate 7,000. In fact, it was 7,300. Calculate 7,300 by 150 people. There were more than 150. Oh, by 150 people. How much is that? Does that person have a different head from you? No. No. Now, I pray God helps me not to deviate. How to create recipes. When you know how to create recipe as a caterer or as a baker, there are so many opportunities that will be dragging for you, for your attention. This year, okay, no, let me even tell you another story. Now, I said that, okay, after that incident in 2013 where I learned how to create recipe, I did not know that like 5 years after, that skill will come in very handy for me. I made my first big gig in the industry from creating recipe for a client. Now, as at that time, I was just starting my own business because I had worked in paid employment. So I was disengaged from my paid employment, and I said I wasn't going back to look for any job again. I wanted to start. I knew that this is my path. I wanted to start my own business. So what did I do? I started my business, but that time, it was already it was just slow. Business was slow. You know the way it is for startups and all. And so one day I got to know about a family friend of ours who started a friend of ours who started a restaurant, and we started patronizing him. But every time we eat from that restaurant, today the food is tasty, tomorrow the food is without taste. Day after tomorrow, the beans is so hard, next tomorrow the beans is overly soft. And then I told my husband, who happens to be a very close party to the person, I said, see, tell your friend. I said, if he wants to retain his clients and he wants to make profit in this business, he has to create recipe for his business. And I did not know that, trying to provide a solution to somebody, I was actually paving way for my own self. And so he asked my husband, does your wife know how to create recipes? And he was like, yeah, she does. She knows how to create recipes. And so he said, get her, let her create recipe for this restaurant. Guess what? I landed my biggest gig since I started that's for the 1.5 year after I started my business. That was my biggest gig at that time. I was paid over 500,000 naira. I don't want to give details. I was paid over 500,000 naira. That's not all. After that, he saw that, oh, this person knows her onions. I got a contract of 3 months to work with that company for 3 more months to consult for them. I consulted for them for 3 months and I was paid in 6 figures. I was paid in 6 figures. See, when you learn how to create recipe, right? When you learn how to create recipe, you are a hot cake. Now, when we talk about recipe, the importance of recipe in food business, especially in culinary business, cannot be overemphasized. What do you think the staying power of food businesses like KFC? What do you think the staying power of food businesses like The Place? All of you go to The Place to go and eat. Hey, The Place. Some of all these, popular restaurants is they have recipes. They have recipes. And what is a recipe? I said it's a set down instruction that tells you, okay, this is what you should do. This is what you should do next. This is when you should add this. See, forget those videos you go to YouTube to go and watch. Those are not recipes. People will be telling you, okay, now you can add your salt. At what time should I add my salt? Now you can stir it. At what time should I stir it? Now you can make sure. You are not giving me details. But you go to these big restaurants, they have these things in detail, such that tomorrow, if their kitchen staff says, hey, I'm not cooking today, you people have not paid my salary, they can say, get man, come and enter the kitchen and fry that breaded chicken for me. Why? There is a step-by-step instruction of how to do that thing pasted somewhere. And you now know another reason why they do not joke with their recipes. It is their trade secret. If some of you, probably you have worked in some of all these restaurants, you know that some of you have to sign a non-disclosure agreement. You dare not disclose the recipe of a restaurant to an outsider. They can charge you to court. It is a trade secret. So now tell me that you know how to create recipes, and then somebody will tell you, or a culinary business will tell you, come and create recipes for me. You will not charge them. You will charge them. That's not all. That was my biggest gig then. After that, I have had to create this year. I created just 2 recipes for 2 different people, and then that was okay. That was okay. And the funny thing is, one of these clients of mine, I didn't even need to do too much work. He came up with a particular product, a packaged product, and he said, oh, his clients have been complaining that he doesn't they don't get the quantity of water for that particular product. They want to get an accurate measurement of water. He knows I create recipes. He contacted me. I said, yes, I'll create a recipe for you. Once I saw the sachet, I could guess from my head, from experience, that okay, this is the quantity of water that we cook this thing. And boom, I did it. And then he paid me in 6 figures, multiple 6 figures. That's one. And that was the least that I collected this year. So while people were complaining, food is not selling, there are Instagram self, you post your pictures on Instagram, nobody is buying. Who wants to buy when the economy is hard? But let me tell you, there are people who need this skill to be able to run their own businesses so that their businesses will be successful. You know how to create recipe, you are a hot cake. Remember, I told you, I said this session, you will not hear what I'm teaching you. You will not see what I'm teaching you on social media or on Google. No, you will not see it on Google. If you know how to create recipes, you are hot cake. So my sisters, my brothers, stop dragging for who will do puff. See, the world has gone beyond that. Dragging for who will fry puff, who will do small chops, who will cook jollof rice for this particular event. I'm not saying it is bad though. Those are part of the things that gives you income. But I am telling you that market is saturated. And food business is more than just carrying pots about. The question I usually ask people is this: for how long do you want to be carrying pots and frying pan and perforated spoon about? You would agree with me, if you are a caterer on this call, that it is physically exerting to do catering business. physically exerting, mentally exerting. Even though you will get people to do the work for you, you would also go through some stress. Is it going to the market? But you see, when you know how to create recipe, you are just a call away. Can you come and create? In fact, the truth is, you may even have several recipes on ground. You will just have to tweak it for a new restaurant. Talking about creating recipes, this skill is very important. For the client I said I first created recipe for, I created over 20 recipes for him, and per recipe I charged. I charged per recipe. On one of those occasions, while I was still creating the recipe, he wanted me to, every time I created, he would say, okay, send it to me, let me taste it. Once I vet, then we are okay, we are done with that particular dish. So, he kept complaining, this particular dish, you are not getting it. This is not the flavor I want, this is not the flavor I want. And then he told me, okay, go to this particular outlet. Excuse me. Go to this particular outlet, go and try their dish. When you try their dish, then you should be able to create this. When I got to that outlet, I just saw the dish. I perceived the aroma. From perceiving the aroma, I could tell the ingredients that went into that rice. And guess what? The next day I was in the kitchen. I did something more bombastic than what he even requested for. See, you will land your biggest gigs if you learn how to create recipes. It is a unique skill. How many of you on this call know how to create recipes? How many of you know how to create recipes? Only few people in the industry know how to create recipes. In fact, many of these big people you follow on Instagram, who you follow on Instagram and all, many of them do not even know this skill. Many of them do not have this skill. It is a unique skill. It is an unsaturated niche. There are several niches in the food industry that you can tap into. It is not only cooking jollof rice and doing moi moi. Now, let me tell you another benefit of knowing how to create recipe. I have said that it can land you your biggest gigs. It is a unique skill. It is an unsaturated niche, right? And lastly, consistency in the taste of your dishes. For those of you who are my students on this call, you know that one of the things I hammer on in Harrier Foods Academy is consistency in the taste of your dishes. And you know that I tell you that your recipe, once you own a recipe, your dishes will come out consistently tasting nice. Why? Because recipe is garbage in, garbage out. You say, okay, this is the measurement of rice that I need. This is the quantity of rice I need to prepare. This is the quantity of vegetable oil. I need to prepare certain quantity of rice. You are there. This is the quantity of flour I need to prepare this quantity of this, or to use with this quantity of butter or sugar. You are there. So every single time you put in that quantity, you get the same result. Some of you are on this call, your clients are complaining about the taste of your dishes. You self, your family members are complaining about the taste of your dishes. You know that you have not gotten consistency, you have not gained mastery in the taste of your dishes. You cook today, your clients are complaining, and you are asking yourself, hey, how did I cook it yesterday? Oh, that this thing was so delicious. You don't know because you do not have a recipe. Some months ago this year, I launched my culinary school, online culinary school, where I train people in 6 weeks how to become pro cooks. One of the students, before she signed up, I talk. Are you sure, ma? Are you sure this? Are you sure that? I said, yes, don't worry. Even if you have never cooked before, when you sign up for this course, you will be able to cook like a pro in 6 weeks. And so she signed up. This is somebody who has been to a culinary school where she paid hundreds of thousands. She came. At the end of the day, she was super elated. She called me one day and said, ma, we are fasting in my church, right? We are fasting in my church. And because I'm fasting, I wanted to prepare dinner for my family. I did not taste that food, but the food came out perfectly, 100% nice, because I just followed everything you put in the recipe and everything you said in the video. I have had an order before. Somebody called me and told me, please, so I want you to prepare so and so dish. I have it was a private catering. My husband is celebrating his birthday. Come to my house, prepare egusi soup, prepare pepper soup, prepare jollof rice. Just come to my house and prepare it. Few days before the event, I developed a serious cold. It was before COVID, so I could not feel, this kind of catarrh you have, your nose is blocked, you cannot feel the taste of anything on your taste bud. That was what I had. But guess what? I did not turn down that order. I went there. I just took my phone, opened my recipe. Guess what? I prepared that dish. I was preparing this dish. I could not smell what I was cooking. You imagine cooking goat meat pepper soup and you cannot smell it, despite how strong the flavor of goat meat is. I could not smell it, but guess what? That dish came out delicious, over delicious. I went there with confidence because I know that what I just need to do is ask her, how many people are you cooking for? She tells me, okay, I'm cooking for 20 people or 25 people. I tell her, okay, no problem. I went with all my tools, and then I did, okay, this quantity will cook this quantity of seasoning cube we do this quantity of salt we do this, and I put everything in the pot. Everything came out fine. This is one of the benefits of owning recipes. Your clients will be satisfied. You can land your biggest gigs, and also it is a unique skill. The niche is unsaturated. Number two skill that you must possess as a caterer or as a baker: how to prepare MSG-free meals. MSG. I hope you know what MSG is. Are you guys still here? I can't really see anybody. Is anybody still here? Are you guys with me? Oh, great. Oh, great. So I can see some people here. Okay, so now, yes, you are with me. Another skill you should possess as a caterer and as a baker: how to prepare MSG. Do you know what MSG-free meals are? Meals without artificial spices, without artificial seasonings. You should learn how to prepare these meals. Let me tell you why. Now you will agree with me that people are becoming more aware of the health risk involved in eating meals with Maggi cubes, eating meals with artificial spices and seasonings. People are becoming more aware of the side effects. As a matter of fact, these things have been linked to high blood pressure, heart diseases, stroke, different kinds of heart diseases. Artificial spices, you will be amazed at what some companies put in their products just because they tell you it is sweet, oh, it's very delicious. You too, you will run and go and buy. Some of you are on this call, you cannot cook without Maggi. You cannot cook jollof rice without adding jollof rice spice. I'm not calling any brand now. Without having artificial jollof rice spice. You cannot cook this one, the other food, without adding one spice or the other. You don't need it. You don't need it. That's the truth. You don't need it. I tell my students, I cook without these spices for my family. I cook without these spices for my family. I don't put artificial coloring in my food. Because the truth is, at the long run, you are doing yourself. That's the truth. You are doing yourself. By the time you start approaching 45, 50, 55, you will now start realizing that your body is not the same again. These things are harmful to the system. Now, people are becoming more conscious of this fact, and people are tilting in that direction. You now see bakers who bake healthy snacks. Bakers who bake healthy snacks, banana bread without any form of MSG. They use wheat flour for their banana breads. They don't even put the all-purpose flour again. They use wheat flour. They add natural ingredients, natural fruits to their banana breads or to their snacks. People are creating recipes because they see that there is a market. There is now a market for this food or for this particular product. This year, let me just be telling you, I don't like to put most of these things out, but this year, one of the things that helped me to ball was I was servicing that market. Some of you who follow me on Facebook, you'll see that even recently that a Facebook influencer was in Lagos from Port Harcourt. I was the one who took care of his meals for almost 1 week that he was in Lagos. We were the ones who did his meals, right? He doesn't eat all those stuffs. And guess what? These dishes came out fantastic. Now, let me tell you what a lot of you do not know. What a lot of you do not know is this: that when it comes to food, ingredient is important in food, right? But when it also comes to food, there are certain things that help your food to taste delicious. It's not only about the number of spices that you pack and put inside that food. Now, this is what I usually say: good food, right, or good equipment plus good ingredients plus good cooking method equals to good food. I still prepared one no MSG or MSG-free dish yesterday. 3 soups: edikaikong, afang soup, and atama soup, for a 70-year-old woman who doesn't do MSG. I know the ingredients to go and pick in the market. There are certain flavors, our local herbs or spices that you will put in your dishes that would, in fact, your neighbors will be perceiving the aroma. When you self taste the dish, you will be happy with yourself without having to put seasoning cubes. Iru that you joke with. We have Iru for the Yorubas. We have Ogiri for the Igbos. We have Dadawa for the Hausas. These ingredients are rich in flavor. They are also rich medically for your body. Those are some of the ingredients. Some of you do not know what cooking method is appropriate for what dish. You will go to YouTube, go and watch different videos. At the end of the day, you are confused. You don't even know which one to follow. I know I'm not lying. I've been in that shoes before. I've been in that shoes before. And what was my solution? Recipe, where I'm coming from. See, if you have the skill to create recipes, if you know how to prepare MSG-free dishes, you will ball in this industry. Because why? We are only few in that niche right now, right? You will be one of the first, you will be one of the early comers, and so you will enjoy an early comer advantage. I was busy servicing people who do not eat MSG. Yes, I have friends who are doing to health. I tell them, this, that. Oh, please, if you have clients, once they have a client, they call me, and you now know the benefits of this. You charge premium price because somebody has health issues. It's like you are giving the person medicine. Food is medicine. You are giving the person medicine. I charge premium for my MSG-free dishes. The price I will charge you for charge someone who doesn't mind MSG in their dish will be low compared to the price I will charge somebody because apart from the fact that I'm putting, it is my expertise, it is my gift I am putting inside pot for you. At the end of the day, you will come back and say, thank you. How did you do this dish? Bring the food on. Is it okra soup? Is it rice? For this client I told you, even fried rice, some of you will be feeling that, hey, fried rice, how do you prepare fried rice without seasoning cubes? I prepare fried rice without seasoning cubes and it come out nice. And guess what? This other client that I prepare one of the clients I prepare fried rice for without seasoning cubes does not even eat meat. So there was no meat stock in that rice. But guess what? I picked the ingredients, natural ingredients. Priscilla was talking about spices. If you know, we have gift. There's a gift in nature that we are not tapping into as food business owners. You are running after artificial. The market is saturated. The niche is saturated, right? People are too many. There are too many there. So the fight there, the fight for survival there is real. But you see where people are not many, you are balling. So benefits, how to prepare MSG-free meals. You charge premium prices. It is also a unique niche in the food industry. People are beginning to realize beginning to become more conscious of their health needs. So they are tilting towards that part. I know so many people who have come to me and say, can you teach me how to prepare foods without, I wasn't ready anyway for that, right? Can you teach us how to prepare this without, do you know what? Of course. So this is a skill that you must learn. And apart from that, there is no harm in gathering these skills. If the market that is moving today is market of people who like Maggi, you know the skill, give it to them. If it's the market of people who do not like seasoning cubes, they don't even want it, because you have that skill, you are there to service that market. I was saying it early this year or at the middle of this year. I said, see, the way this economy, at that time, gas was just a 12 kg cylinder of gas was just 4,500 naira. I just increased to 4,500. And I was telling people, I said, there is no sign yet that the economy will improve. Get different skills. I sold some courses, people who smart action or fast action takers, they delved into it and they came back with testimonials. Some people stayed on it. See, I am sitting down here and telling you that when it comes to, I can service different niches in the food industry. Is it pastry? People, those of you who see my WhatsApp status, you know, when it is time for chin-chin, I made chin-chin as small as chin-chin is, right? I do not sell my chin-chin for less than 3,000 naira for 650 grams. But people who eat the chin-chin, they come back. I don't put too much sugar. I don't do too much. I believe in simplicity when it comes to food. But because I know the ingredients, because I know the technique, those of you who watch my WhatsApp status, last week I was overwhelmed with orders. I had to be splitting it, just chin-chin and banana bread. Now, when you have this skill, it sets you apart. You are not in the saturated market. Number three skill, I want us to finish on time. The time is fast spent. Content creation. Now, this is where I'm going to hit you guys really hard. I'm sorry. Let me apologize before I continue. I am really very sorry. Really very sorry for some of the things I'm going to be saying. Of course, I'm not going to be insulting anybody, but I'm going to be dishing it out to you the way it is. Hard truths. See, what I have noticed in the food industry is we have so many lazy food business owners. So many lazy food business owners. Number three skill is content creation. I am particularly someone who gets bored with doing one thing the same time, the same time, the same time. So anytime I go on Instagram and I see somebody puts a bowl of egusi soup and says egusi soup sitting pretty, fried rice, Harvard standard fry, I'm like, yuck, what is this? I'm not saying you shouldn't market your goods, but please, is that all that you can write? You want people to buy from you. You don't know how to put out attractive, attention grabbing content. I was so glad when the first speaker was talking about how that you can write books, you know, non-fiction novels or fiction novels around, you know, your setting and everything around food. Some of you cannot create content, as in come up with a nice story, right? You're just lazy. You do not want to write. In fact, some of you, you are scrolling through social media. You are seeing a long post. The post is not too long. Oh. You don't even want to read. You don't want to read it. So you will just snap picture, pakam, go and put it on your Instagram, on your Facebook, and then you will say Harvard standard rice, sitting pretty. Is it today we are seeing it? And you want people to be rushing you, to be following you like bee. It's not possible. See, you have to stand out. You have to be unique in this industry. One of the ways is content creation. And two aspects of content creation I'm going to be talking about is your written content and also digital content creation. Your written content. Don't be lazy about writing. Don't be lazy about writing. Last year, I started a series on my Facebook group, and the series was my food story. That was the hashtag for the series, my food story. And every single Sunday, I wrote an interesting story about food, about my experience, how I started food from childhood, how my dad did not used to trust me. Anytime my dad is hungry, when we were growing up, anytime my dad is hungry and he wants somebody to quickly fix something for him to eat, I'm the last person he will ever call. Why? He knows me. I follow protocols when it comes to cooking. I will boil my tomatoes first. I will do this. So most times he will tell my mom, oh yeah, go check what she's doing in the kitchen. She takes too long. I just kept writing different series. Every Sunday it dropped, and it stirred up conversation on the group. Every Sunday it dropped. That's something you can do. It will attract people to your page. It will attract people to your timeline. People want to see, okay, so what's the next thing she's posting about? I spoke about my foster parents who are late now and how they were the ones who discovered my gift to cook so well. They were the ones who discovered my gift to cook. Content creation. See, you're a food business owner. Doesn't make you less than somebody who is a mindset coach. It doesn't make you less. I'm so grateful for the first session. She said a lot about this. Content creation. It is not enough to just put your plate of egusi soup on Instagram and expect people to come and start ordering. Hey, please, how much is the egusi soup? When you have not created any interesting content. See, let me tell you one of the things that good content creation does for you. It gives people a kind of perception about you. You either appear or come across to them as someone who is intelligent and knows what she's doing, or someone who is following the crowd. So now back to my Harrow Foods Academy. I launched my academy this year in April, ending of April, an online culinary school. And right now we have the third cohort. I am on the third cohort. No money, no money. People are signing up for my culinary school. I am on the third cohort right now. And two people from that cohort who came to me, they told me they did not. In fact, at some point I was confused. I said, that is it the same person? Because they chatted me up on my WhatsApp, and then I was like, is this person trying to play a person on me? They were actually two different people. And what was the question? What did they come to me to say? Ma, I like the way you do your food business. I like the way you do your food business. I see what you do on social media. I'm more active on Facebook, by the way. I like what you do with food business, and I want to pattern my food business after yours. It is different. Absolutely. I have to stand out. You want to be profitable. You want to make the money in this industry. You have to stand out. If you are where many people are swimming, too many people are there, everybody is struggling, you are hustling. Some people are not hustling in this food business. I told you of somebody who wrote a book and sold one book for 7,300 naira, and over 150 people bought that book. Not everybody is hustling. It depends on you what you decide. Do you want to hustle? Do you want to make profits? What do you want to do? Come out of your comfort zone. That's what I'm trying to say. Come out of your comfort zone. See, if you know how to create recipe, if you know how to prepare MSG-free dishes, and you now know how to write good content that will attract the kind of people that you are looking for to what you do, I'm telling you, it is a done deal. Let me shock you. On this particular cohort of Harrier Foods Academy, this third cohort that we are on right now, I did not run ads. I did not run ads. No, I did not run ads. I just went on my Facebook timeline. I made some posts. Already, there are people who have been following me, who have been following my posts. And then people came to me inbox. I'm interested, ma. I'm interested, ma. I'm interested, ma. I did not run ads. Organically, I got people to sign up. If you know how to create written content, see, people are intelligent. See, forget the fact that everybody's on social media. There are intelligent people, and then when they spot an intelligent person through their written content, they know. Some people are silently following you, right? They are silently following you because of the content that you put up. Some people are not following you because I'm not putting on content there. They are not following because I'm not putting on content there. Or what you only do is the trending punchline, egusi soup wey go Harvard. Excuse me, everybody dey cook egusi soup wey go Harvard for their kitchen, right? Everybody dey cook am, so it doesn't freak anybody, doesn't thrill anybody. So content creation, written content. Number two, or social media content, that's one. Number two content creation is digital content creation. God, this thing usually pains me. This thing I want to say now, it usually pains me. I go for different trainings, physical trainings, online trainings, I invest in self-development a lot. And many times I get to those places, I am the only food business person on that place. And sometimes I'll just feel like, God, why can't I even see an industry colleague? Is it that these people do not want to invest in self-development? These people are leaving so much money on the table. The world is talking of metaverse now. I'm thinking of how to build a restaurant, my restaurant in the metaverse. And some of you are still there, dragging for small chops. When I was putting this summit together, I was vexing. I'm putting this summit together. Wake up. Wake up. Stop sleeping. Tap your brain, tap it. I know a lot of you are intelligent, but you don't want to push this brain. You don't want to do anything with it. I'm not saying it is easy. You would invest in self-development. You will do a lot of things, right, to develop yourself. But see, you will stand out. I just told you that two different people came to me and told me, Ma, I like the way you pattern your food business. I want to pattern mine after you. I've been in the food business for how many years now? And when I started, I did not have somebody to hold my hand. It looked like there were no coaches in the industry. People are just out there to make money from jollof rice, moi moi and all. And I said, no, there's more to this thing, and I have to be the difference. I have to be the difference. If you're on my mailing list, I send you mails. My mails cannot be boring. There's so many things. There's so many ideas. Sometimes it is overwhelming. Digital content creation. If I tell you, there was a day I opened my dashboard for a friend of mine, and he was like, whoa, 24 videos, 24 courses. I'm like, oh yeah, 24 courses. Some of you have bought my courses. Some of you on this call, you are currently on my culinary school. Yes, I put in the work. See, the world will leave you behind. If you don't wake up, this one that just happened this year is small. This 2021, this thing that happened in this 2021 is small. We don't know how, because the truth is the world is evolving. How are you thinking of getting your content to people outside Nigeria? This year, people from Canada, people from someone from Ukraine, people from Australia, and different parts of the world bought my courses. They signed up for my online school. And you now know the sweetest part of this. You know the sweetest part of this? People outside the country, right? You will not talk too much before you sell. That's where the money is. In Nigeria, all of us we are feeling the heat of the inflation. So when you keep talking and talking, before somebody will pay you to attend your culinary school, they will ask you question. They will be on it for 3 days. They will be interrogating you. Hope you will not give us somebody else's YouTube video. Hope you will not do this. Hope you will not do that. You will talk, all the saliva by the corner of your mouth will dry before they will now pay. But you see abroad, because they're already tech inclined. In fact, one of my students who signed up this year from Australia, she just asked me, she said, so what platforms are we using? I said, we are using, I'm using an LMS, I'm using social platform. Are you using it? She now asked, are you using a learning platform? I said, yes, I'm using a learning platform. And that's what I do. I use a learning platform. And she was like, okay, great. I'm sending you the money this evening. And she sent it. I did not talk too much. People who have bought my courses from abroad, I don't talk too much. They just ask me, oh yeah, and I pay. There is money in content creation. Now, if you know how to create recipes, if you know how to cook without MSG, you know how to create digital content, you will ball. See, when people are dragging for small chops, you will just be looking at them and be like, hey, no, na they drag for the small. Don't worry, we know where we dey make our money. That's what you will be doing. As a matter of fact, sometimes you might feel so stressed. You don't feel like, see, abeg, a client calls you, hey, please, please, sir, I'm on break, sir. Abeg, how long do you want to be carrying pots and spoon and pan? You will finish doing this catering work, all your body will pay you. In fact, sometimes you will land in the hospital. The small money you made, they will use it to treat you in the hospital. But when you can create digital content, it is a one-off. The videos I am currently using in my culinary school are videos I created from the first batch. Those of you who are on my culinary school, you attest to it. At the beginning of this week, I told the videos you were to do this, the courses, the lessons you were to treat this week. I told you, I said I might not talk to you guys again until after the summit. But are you people not watching your videos? You are watching your videos. Are you not doing your course? Are you not going through your recipes? You are doing it. I am not there. I don't need to be there. My ebook, I wake up sometimes and I see somebody has paid. And let me tell you something about that ebook. When I wrote that book, I just decided, okay, let me just write this book and all. I wrote that book. I did not market it too much. It was just on my Facebook community, and there were not so many. Before I pre-launch, I had sold 40 copies. I had sold 40 copies of that book. Today, I cannot remember how many copies I have sold. It is somewhere. Anybody tells me, this, I have a culinary book for you. See the link. Go there, go and pay and get it. Once you pay, it enters into your email. So what are you really doing? Do you want your life to remain, do you want your business rather to remain like this? Do you want to remain like this in this business, or you want to scale? Do you want to continue to remain on the ground where people are too many, everybody's dragging for one small miniature money? Or you want to rise up to the place where you hit your big gigs, you land your big gigs? Which do you want? Do you want to continue to carry pot and spoon? Those of you who do catering, you attest to it that when you finish, your husband is to help you. Those of you who are married, your husbands will help you massage your body. You'll be useless to the family for like some days. Why? Because they choke. It's not easy. How long do you want to be doing this? You can actually package this thing that you know how to do, put it as a digital content and sell. See, do you know the number of people outside this country who are dying to learn Nigerian cuisines? And you are just sleeping there, waiting for the next small chops contracts. When there's a huge market outside there. Many of you do not even know how to check your email. You are saying, I'm not techie. I don't blame you. I was like that. But guess what? For this event, the link you clicked on, registration link that you clicked on to register, I created that page by myself. I'm proud to say it anyway. I created that page by myself. Get up, wake up. The world has left you behind. We are entering a stage where you need what's it called, the metaverse, where you need them, what's it called, avatars. You become an avatar to exist in that. I mean, you have your own avatar to exist in that world. People are beginning to build houses, get cars in the metaverse, so that people can buy, pay real money, and buy, enjoy that kind of world. You are still in Nigeria, you are looking for who the next gig. My sister, my brother, wake up. Whether you are a baker, whether you are a caterer, knowing how to create recipes, knowing how to prepare MSG-free dishes, and being able to create digital content. See, these three skills, I have told you that what me I'm going to teach you today, you will not find it online. You see, these three skills, they will bring you the kind of money that you have not expected, and you will be earning that money with ease and rest of mind. Not that you'll be exerting so much energy and so much pressure. See, this is my offer to you. I put this summit together for free. Come and listen. Come, let your life, let I want fire to burn inside you, so that you will decide that you will change. You will get out of your comfort zone and be the difference in this industry. Look at Priscilla saying she's overwhelmed. There are too many ideas. People are not tapping into this industry because we have people who do not want to work. I have an offer for you guys. I have an offer for you guys. And see, it is a steal. It is a steal. I have put a boot camp together. I call it PSA Bootcamp, Profitable Skills Acquisition Bootcamp, where I want to teach you these three skills. I will teach you how to create recipes. I will teach you how to I will teach you how to prepare MSG-free dishes. I will give you my secret, the spices, the ingredients that I use in preparing my dishes, so that you can serve this niche of the market that are now tilting towards no Maggi, no artificial anything. You can serve them. And I'm also going to teach you how to create content. I have put a bootcamp together for this. Ordinarily, if I will teach you how to create recipes alone, that is 25,000 naira. If I will teach you no MSG, a mastermind of MSG free dishes, that is 15,000 naira. If I will now teach you content creation, if I will not collect anything at all, I will collect 10,000 naira. Maybe just, okay, let me just teach you for like 1 week. I will collect 10,000 naira. But calculate this money, 25 plus 15, how much is that? 40,000 naira plus 10, 50,000 naira. I am giving it to you guys at a steal for 5,550 naira. Wait, let me finish talking. 5,550 naira is what you will be paying for this boot camp. But this 5,550 naira, it ends between now and 12 a.m. tonight. Let me share with you the payment link. It ends between now and 12 a.m. That is in 2 hours time, right? 5,550 naira. Come and learn how to create recipe, so that by this, you will use this ending of this year to learn these things. By 2022, right? You have already learned how to create it. You have already learned how to prepare MSG free dishes, and you have learned how to create content. By the time you are launching in 2022, like these people will be wondering, what is happening to this food brand? Something has hit her. They will not know that it's this virtual summit that you attended that stirred up fire inside you. 5,550 naira. Please, after 12 a.m., don't chat me up. I'm not going to go back on that price. After 12 a.m. tonight, don't chat me up. Payment link, just type bit.ly/PSA Bootcamp or Harriel Foods, right? Harriel Foods, the direct transfer. Either you pay into the direct transfer or you use the bit.ly link. After 12 a.m. tonight, it cannot be 5,550 naira. Let me kuku know that I have done virtual summit, free virtual summit, and I still want to help you. The things I have taught in this virtual summit, I want to hold your hands and help you to be able to do them. 5,550 500. See, after 12 a.m. it goes, after 12 a.m. it goes to 10,000 naira. By tomorrow evening, during the event tomorrow evening, you are going to be paying 25,000 naira for it. You are going to be learning how to create recipes. You are going to be learning how to prepare MSG-free dishes, my secret. And if you know me, those of you who have attended even my 1,000 naira class, you know that even if it is 1,000 naira, I will give you everything from my intestine. I don't hide. Not hide anything from you. And when you come to ask me questions, I respond. 5,550 naira if you want to learn these 3 skills. And see, let me tell you, it is a boot camp, so it is going to be intensive. It is going to be intensive. I'm not going to be doing it alone. We will drill you so that you can wake up before 2022. By the time people start visiting your page, by 2022, they will know that something has hit you, something different. Dare to be different. See, come out of your comfort zone. That you are a food business owner doesn't make you let's say. Some of you have this mentality that because you are a caterer or you are a baker, you are let's say, whether you are a baker, this boot camp is for you. Whether you are a baker or not, this boot camp is for you. Baker or caterer, this, or you just want to even learn for your family, come and sign up for it. It will help you. You don't know where these skills will come in handy for you. I'm giving it at a steal from this 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. 5,550 naira. From 12 a.m. like this, the link changes to 10,000 naira. Then by tomorrow, it is 25,000 naira. Let me go and read comments. I didn't want to be distracted. Oh, okay, let me put it on the chat. It is not clear. So this is it. This is it. Let me. Once it is 12 like this, please. So once it is 12, why is this not going? Okay, so it is on now. It is up. PSA Bootcamp, bit.ly/PSA Bootcamp, or let me put in my account, direct account. For those of you who will not want to go through the link, you want to do direct bank transfer, just do the direct bank transfer and chat me up before 12 a.m. Once it is 12:00 a.m., please, and nobody should come to me and beg me. I will not. I have been very nice. From 50,000 naira to 5,550 naira. This is the link. I have put it. It is on the chart. It is on the chart. Dio, it is already on the chart. It is on the chart. Look at it from the screen. It is staying on the screen. Let me also put my account number on the screen too. 081 205 8329. Let me put it so that you guys can see it clearly on the. I have put it on the screen. Oh, I have also put it on the comment section, so you will see it in the comment section. Please don't chat me up and beg me. I don't want to hear anything. Once it is 12 a.m., please, I beg you, don't come to I will not listen to you. So you have 2 hours now to sort yourself out. 5,500 naira is just small money. 5,550 naira is just small money. And that is what I decided that, okay, since I have done this virtual summit, I understand that the economy is hard. I understand that, okay, not everybody will be able to pay, what's it called? 50,000 naira because the economy is hard. But I know you need these skills to scale your business. And so I'm giving it to you at 5,550 naira. Once it is 12, don't come to my inbox. I will not listen. So go and pay your 5,550 naira now and learn how to create recipes. Whether you are a baker, the principles are the same. Learn how to create recipe. Learn how to prepare MSG-free dishes. Learn how to create content that will attract the kind of audience that you need. Yes, it is access diamond. Attract the kind of audience that you need. Please, I hope you got value from this session. See, my own session was not to just come and I, like I told you, I was coming with full force and with hard truths. You guys, wake up, wake up, wake up. Please wake up. We are sleeping too much in the food industry, and then we are allowing so many opportunities slip by our hands. We are leaving so much money on the table. There are people outside Nigeria who are interested in what you know how to do. My student from Australia on the last batch or cohort of my Niger Port Mastery, right? She's from Australia. She joined the group, the cohort, because she's somebody who likes to explore different cuisines. And then she also joined and said she has never cooked moi moi right. That every time she cooks moi moi, she's married to somebody from a different geopolitical zone. She's from the southeast. She's married to somebody from the southwest. She has never cooked moi moi right before. And I said, don't worry, madam. Come over, come inside. Shebi is good food boss. Good food boss will teach you how to do it. Come inside. And she signed up. When she put up her moi moi picture, she was like, thank you so much. I have gotten it right for once. And guess what? Even if she closes her eyes with the recipe I give, with the detailed videos that I give, forget it. Even if you have never cooked before, you'll be able to cook. This particular this thing I'm telling you about is a different product entirely, and that's my premium product. It's a different product entirely. That one is 40,000, and I don't blink my eyes. For it. It's 40,000, because what you're even getting is more than 40,000 naira. I don't blink my eyes for it. So, but that's a different product. But you see, this boot camp is going to be intensive. It's going to push you. It is going to push you. And you will wake up from that sleep and start creating amazing in what you're doing. You see this food that you can cook, you can turn it into different things. And then you will be fine. You will sell to people outside the country. I think it's time up. Let me go before YouTube will kick us out. Okay, so once it is 12 a.m., please don't send money to my account. If you send money to my account, it has entered voicemail. I will send it back to you. And if you don't come and tell me it is you, it has entered voicemail. Asun and shawarma. How do you send your proof of payment? You can send your proof of payment. My number is on the WhatsApp group. If you're on the WhatsApp group, you can send your proof of payment to me. Just look for my number, click on my number, send your proof of payment to me, or you send it to my email of opm.aderito@gmail.com. That's how to go about it. So that will be all for today. Tomorrow, come prepared. Tomorrow, what did I say? Today is just a tip of the iceberg. If you got, why didn't I make a flat fee of what? Why didn't I make a flat fee of what? The price is 5,550 naira. 5,550 naira. 5,550 naira. That is the price. You're asking me why I didn't make a flat fee of 5,000. It is well. Okay, so that will be all for today. My Instagram handle is goodfood_boss. At goodfood_boss. Let me put it out here. At goodfood_boss. Let me put it out. At goodfood_boss. This is my oh my goodness, so sorry about that. Okay, so this is my Instagram handle. You can follow me on Instagram. I dish value, not only on YouTube. If you did not subscribe, please subscribe to this channel, and also follow me on Instagram. I cannot extend it till noon tomorrow. Please, if you want to go and borrow. I cannot extend it till noon tomorrow. By tomorrow evening, it is going to 10,000 naira. Sorry, did I say tomorrow evening? By tomorrow evening, it's going to 25,000 naira. For this, for tonight, till 12 a.m. it is 5,515 naira. For by 12 from 12 a.m. today, it goes to 10,000 naira. You say, what about the account details? Can you put on the WhatsApp group? Absolutely, I will put it on the WhatsApp group. I will put it on the WhatsApp group. I can't extend though, please. I can't extend. Thank you. This was beyond amazing. I entered through the link a friend sent. No problem. I will post it on the group so you can find it on the group. Thank you very much. You guys have an amazing evening. Don't miss tomorrow's session. If today was fire, tomorrow is going to be double fire. I can assure you that. Take care of yourself. Have a wonderful night rest. Bye bye.